All right, Shalom. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all for the elect. And once again, we are the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great. All right, so without further ado, we're going to talk about this digital ID that's being mandated in Great Britain. Why is that important? Because that's a prelude of what's to come. A cashless digital society, all right? The money eventually becoming a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. So now what are you seeing globally? You're seeing what? The rise of AI technology, the rise of a cashless society. Got it.
The 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us.
Yeah, when you go into that Greek word for Satan, the Greek word is Satanas, referring to who? Satan-like men. Who is Satan's physical counterpart on the planet Earth? The so-called white man and sea line, all right? Beginning with these Zionist Jews on down, whether it be an American Edomite, a so-called white man, French, German, all right, Australian, they all come from a seed line, all right, which is who? Esau, Edom. So it's obvious that the so-called white man is ruling in these last days, like it says in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, because who controls the centralized banking system? Who controls Hollywood? Who controls all the news media stations, all right? Who's in charge of spreading information? The search engines, the so-called white man. Who has given him power? The Most High, to fulfill end-time prophecy. So he's the Satan-like man. You got it?
2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us.
Yeah, Satan can't get an advantage over us. Why? Because through the blood and sacrifice of Yahushua, we have the Holy Spirit, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. To where the so-called white man, he can't deceive us with his New World Order agenda, all right? These false prophets, spreading false doctrine, all right? You can't deceive the very elect. It's not possible.
Yep. It's Numbers chapter 23, verse, it's Numbers chapter 23, verse 23. Surely there's no enchantment against Jacob.
Yeah, there's no enchantment against Jacob. All right. So all your hidden meetings that you do behind closed doors, all right, how you want to achieve world domination through your centralized banking system, through the one world currency that's going to be tied to the mark of the beast, the RFID chip implant. You can't deceive the very elect. All right. It don't matter what you do. All right. What type of rapper comes out, whether it be a man or a woman, to fulfill the agendas to keep us on the bottom. There's no enchantment against Jacob. None of your agendas is going to work against the elect.
Neither is there any divination against Israel.
Yeah, there's no divination against Israel, all right? But more importantly, the Israel of the Most High, the elect of the nation of Israel. Because when you read Zechariah 13 and 8, it's prophesied that what? 2/3 of the population of you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you're going to get put to death, all right? You're going to get put to death during Jacob's trouble, during this global economic collapse, during great persecution. All right, look at what Donald Trump is doing. He's going to militarize the police force, right? He's going to have the National Guard in 19 states or more. So what are you seeing? You're seeing a takeover, a federal takeover. You got it?
According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had Yahweh wrought?
Yeah, so ultimately, Satan gets his power from who? The Most High. Satan can't just act and do what he want to do according to his own free will, all right? So when you see how people doing in the music industry and Hollywood, they want to make it in this world. In order for you to make it, you got to worship the so-called white man and the God he worship, which is Satan. You got it?
2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, we're not ignorant of his what? His evil schemes, his New World Order agenda, all right? His AI technology, digital currency, blockchain, decentralized currencies, all right? Centralized currencies. We understand your agenda according to the Bible, according to the Holy Spirit. So everything that the so-called white man is doing in these last days is just end-time prophecy. That's it. He got to fulfill his role on the planet Earth to be the devil.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mightest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve that thou mayest see. So that's going into the elect. The gold that's tried in the fire represents the adversity and the trials that the Lord been putting us through, and we being built up really for the day of Jacob's trouble. All right, because the Lord been blessing us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to know what's going on in the world. These people, they're going to get caught off guard when the troops come down. All right, when the troops, there's going to be troops out here in Manhattan too. All right, because they going city by city. You know, they starting in, they started in D.C., they in Chicago. Eventually, they're going to come to New York City too. And they're going to be in these neighborhoods with all these so-called immigrants, you know, which is really of all people. But they're not going after the heathen nations. They're coming after you Israelites, man. But we the ones that the Lord willing, we the hopeful elect, the ones that the Lord gave the eyesight, we able to see through this darkness. You know, we able to see the devil's plans, like the brother was going into, how this is leading up to martial law and a complete takeover. Why? To eventually implement the chip. Because it tell you in the scriptures that if you don't take that RFID chip, you're going to be beheaded. So how they going to do that? They're going to need a military, you know, infrastructure in place. They're going to need these particular laws in place before that day comes, before that hour of temptation. That was it there, yeah. I had something. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night.
Yeah, the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. All right, meaning what? You don't know when the thief is going to come and invade your house. All right, the thief got the plan already set without you even knowing. So what is that referring to? Yahweh Shai coming back. Because the average person, they don't know how to link up the current events with the Bible prophecies to understand the time period they're living in. So when Yahweh Shai physically comes back by the way of the so-called UFOs, it's going to be like a thief invading a house, like a burglary.
Go ahead. It says, for yourselves know perfectly, I read that, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Yeah, it's going to be sudden destruction, all right? And now what have they been talking about? A lights out situation. All right, a black swan event. What's a black swan event? An unforeseeable event. An event you couldn't see coming. An event you couldn't prepare for. All right? This is why we tell you Israelites, you got to learn this truth while you still can. Because the internet is not always going to be around. You're not always going to be able to tune into a live stream. You know, seek the prophets. The time is, we coming into some dark, evil times. All right, people getting ready to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their status. You've seen the downfall of the U.S. dollar. So what does that mean? That means hyperinflation. Things is going to get more and more expensive. All right. But if you are part of the elect of the nation of Israel, Yahweh Shai is going to be with you and your family.
It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And the ones that's not going to escape is who? 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, that's not a part of the elect. All right, the ones that have forsaken the truth. Even you false prophets. Even you guys that know that you're Israelites, but you don't have the breath, which is the Holy Spirit. You won't get caught up in Jacob's trouble too and get put to death. Some of you is going to take the chip. All right, the same ones that's been mocking the apostles of Greatmillstone, mocking the men of Greatmillstone. Oh, the mark of the beast is spiritual. It's an embargo. It's Christianity. It's everything but it being physical. All right? You guys is going to end up taking the chip, and you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be a part of that lake of fire.
It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness.
Yeah, ye brethren. All right? Who's Paul's brethren? The elect of the nation of Israel. Because when you read Acts the 9th chapter, Paul, he was a chosen vessel unto Yahweh Shai. All right? To teach the Gentiles. The Gentiles being the Israelite foreigners. The Israelites that was living in foreign lands, keeping up pagan Gentile customs. But Paul's lot was to what? Spread the gospel to them, to tell them to what? Repent.
It says that that day should overtake you as a thief.
Yeah, so that day is not going to overtake us as a thief because we already waiting for Yahweh Shai to come back by looking at the current events, constant news articles, constantly spreading information. You know, brothers, they do like the 5-page thing with the community board, all right? Going into the news. Why do we do that? All right, we do that because we hasten Yahweh Shai's return to come back. We tired of this wicked kingdom, all right? We tired of being in sinful flesh, going through the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, looking at our people on the bottom. We tired of it. The only way out of it is by Yahweh Shai.
It's Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
Yeah, now, a watchman never go to sleep. And there's more than one watchman, all right? That's why I said watchmen plural, because this is an assembly of prophets feeding you with what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And we all one body. So one brother, he may be asleep in a different time zone. Another brother is up in another time zone doing a video, doing a live stream, constantly edifying the church. That's how it should be. But compare Great Millstone to the other camps, they're not as consistent as us. Why? Because we are the true watchmen of Yahweh Yahweh Shai.
Those camps don't do nothing. Like they don't do it. Like for you to find them guys, you got to go on the internet and look them up. You know what I'm saying? They don't do anything. Crazy. Only people from the camp, those camps that you know, is whoever the head guy is. General Guyana, whatever his name is behind him. And all other camps. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah 56 verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
Yeah, his watchmen are blind. Referring to what? False prophets on the left-hand side. All right? Guys that can't receive the correction. When you teach a false doctrine like Nate, you know, General Yohana, you know, Rakab, GOCC, I almost call him Bubbleized Blackfish. But Rakab, GOCC, all right? Yeah. You know, so hey, Bubbleized Blackfish, all right? You a false prophet, all right? Because you didn't listen to the men of Great Millstone. Because it's not like we hate you, all right? When you read Proverbs, the 27th chapter, it says what? Open rebuke is better than secret love. So beginning with the apostles on down to young brothers like ourselves, we've been rebuking you and correcting you for years. And you guys, you stiff-necked, all right? You don't want to take heed to the prophets. So what's going to happen? Destruction.
Just like it said, it's watchmen are blind. They can't see it. Everything we trying to tell them, we bringing the scriptures out. They can't visualize it. They don't see the chip being mandated. That's the mark of the beast. They can't see it. So how are they going to speak on something if they can't even see it? It said they are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, and loving to slumber. Yeah, so they're not the true watchman. A dog, you know, a dog is basically a watchman because he's going to bark when there's danger. Just like a watchman, when he see the danger on the watchtower, he's going to blow the trumpet, let the people of the city know. They can't see the danger coming, so that's why they're not prophesying it. They're not doing no videos on this martial law that's being set up. Jacob Shrub.
Digital ID.
Yeah, the digital ID.
Let them go from the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Remember that big, great bulldog that we have? And he got like a son. And sometimes they just try to sneak around him, like, and then eventually they wake up. That's them. But they're the one that keeps sleeping.
Right.
That's them. You know? And they sleep, you see that bubble come out the nose.
Yeah, that's why when he said when they try to damage control the whole Jacob Trouble thing, what did he say? He said the reason why I ain't say nothing is because there was nothing was happening. You wasn't on your watch.
Said that?
Yeah, that's what he said. Because they confronted him. All right, he said. Then he tried to say, he never said it. But it was evident when he went down to Africa. The guy basically cut him. Like, wait, you expect everybody just to go in the kingdom like that?
Yeah, they said, give me Matthew 24. And
Yeah,
read the
yeah.
scripture about in the days of Noah, they was like, just going to be regular.
So he butchered it.
Yep.
So now they're trying to do more damage control because it's right there in front of their face. All the shit. No, now it's in their face. So now they're gonna damage control. So we've been saying that. All right, same thing that they with the whole you can say it now. C-19 vaccine, same fucking thing. All right, I ain't tell them to do this and that. So that's why the apostle always call those people in that congregation what? Zombies. Because you just take whatever they'll give you and you just eat it up. All right, we got the evidence. We've been saying things because we are watching. Bro, this every single day, there's like a freaking, it's information overload. There's so much information that's coming out, it's hard to bear. All right, which is beautiful. You just got like, okay, what should I talk about? This or this and that? Because it's right there. How much more do you need? But the law wasn't never dealing with it. Because what is the key thing about a prophet? To say something before it happens, not when it happens. All right. So they're not prophets. Actually, they're false prophets. All right.
Just a little more.
Go ahead.
He's saying he ain't saying nothing because it's not what's happening. Because you ain't believe it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now things happen, you want to talk on it as if you always believed it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like you said, doing damage control. You want to repair the words. You want to repair the damage your words and behavior has caused by coming up with a new excuse to justify past behavior.
Excuses.
Get the hell out of here, man. We were saying this the whole time and y'all was talking trash.
Yeah.
Now that that's happening, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Especially when the chip comes out.
Yeah, now going back to what? Y'all not barking, all right? Because every time some fresh piece of news come out, we the only ones really to jump and do a video on it. That's what a true watchman would do. But these guys, they got all these members in the camp, and what's the purpose of that? They all don't got YouTube channels. They now all spreading the gospel during the week. What's the point of them being in the camp? So they could be extorted, so that Nate could get rich. He could make his wife happy. Go ahead.
It says, yeah, they are greedy dogs.
Yeah, they greedy dogs. That's the spirit. Going into what I was just saying. That's why these guys is under the 501c3 charter, because it's a tax exempt status.
Bring out the scripture one more time. If you bring the scripture out, I'm gonna play this. Good.
Okay.
That
From
dumb
the
dog
top,
that
from
is sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Isaiah 56 verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Yeah. That's good.
One more. It says, yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. It says, and they are shepherds that cannot understand.
They are shepherds that cannot understand. Why? Because they don't have the gift of faith. They don't got the Holy Spirit. They're not a part of the elect. So it's spiritual when you hear Apostle Paul say, oh, this guy can't be a part of the elect. Because the elect, they got to follow a specific doctrine that we teaching through the Holy Spirit, through Yahweh's blood and sacrifice. It's not because we prideful, like we think we better than them. No, you guys are teaching false doctrine. You don't want to take heed to correction. All right, so that's why we do videos on you, to warn the rest of the flock. Because if we don't do that, then the blood is going to be on our hands. Then we're going to be guilty.
It says they all look for their own way.
They all look for their own way. They teach according to their own private interpretation. All right? They establish their own righteousness. Go ahead.
Everyone for his gain.
Everyone, meaning all these false prophets, and notice all of them are rich. All of them is making at least $20,000 a month.
All getting money.
Yeah, all of them is getting money. Nate, he's a millionaire. All right. Gorilla Hebrew, the Pega, he's getting $20,000 plus dollars. He getting $300,000 a year.
Glorilla sheep. I mean, all them guys. It's like, we don't brag about money. We don't brag about money. All them guys, money. That's those guys. It's all about money. You gotta buy this. Hebrew. Remember, I don't know if niggas still got the Hebrews like starter kits.
Yeah,
Garment, this, sign. All for $500. It sounds like it seems like it's like an infomercial that come on at 5 in the morning, and the people that buy it shut the fuck down. See, there's a reason why they show the infomercials at 5 in the morning, because you know that's when the old people watching TV, and they can get into their head. Like, hey, just buy it for the price of $5.95. And then they start spending money. I mean, it is to go and spend your money on that stuff, man. Y'all spend your money on that. You just like start a kid, you gotta pay this money to come to the Passover. All of this stuff, man. Y'all dudes just trying to get $1. You're trying to satisfy your own bellies. That's what it's all about. It's all about money with them guys. Always been about that. You've been about that.
Yeah, these guys is anti-Yahweh. Everything Yahweh rebuked and that he stood for, these guys is doing the opposite. We're going to name our organization the Sakari, a bunch of murderers, zealots. We're going to take down the Roman Empire. But what did Yahweh say? Wait until I rise up to the prey. Vengeance burn in my heart, saith the Lord. Yahweh, he got to lead us to conquer the heathen. He got to get his lick back first. Go ahead.
It says, come ye, say they. I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why you see these guys. They got the YouTube channels, all the subscribers and stuff like that, because they doing it for filthy lucre's sake. All right, they doing it for the love of money. They don't really worship Yahweh and Yahweh. They're not suffering. All right, they're not bearing their cross. These guys is westernized Israelites in the truth. That's it.
This Micah chapter 3 verse 5. Thus said the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that put it not in their mouths, they even prepare war against him.
Yeah, and that's exactly what these false prophets are doing. All right, here we are, men of the Lord. You know, we work during the week. All right, we like the average man. All right, but look at these guys. They millionaires, they billionaires. I mean, not billionaires, but like they millionaires. They got a lot of money. All right, they not consistent when it comes to spreading this gospel. All right, they just sit on it. You don't even see their leaders. They doing these radio shows. All right, they not spreading the gospel. They causing the people to err by teaching them false doctrine.
Therefore, night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them.
Yeah, and that's going into what? All right, these guys, they don't have the truth ultimately. That's why you hear IUIC, they're teaching that what? Oh, there's no Jacob's trouble. That's not going to happen. Oh, that took place already. No, Jacob's trouble is end-time prophecy that deals with what? Our economic collapse that's going to become global, and ultimately the persecution of Hebrew Israelites.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Look, you see what's going on in Chicago?
Yeah.
So, how's there no Jacob's trouble?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the trouble going into the word straight, that's a position of difficulty. All right? Just like when John the Revelator, he had to go to the island of Patmos. Why was he banished there? Because of treason, for speaking against the Roman authority. They're going to do the same thing in this lifetime. All right? They did it to our apostles concerning 9/11. They told us the testimonies about that. All right? The same thing is going to happen on a higher level. Brothers having visions, they having dreams about, the persecution. It's going to come to pass. But you're not getting the sheep ready for persecution.
Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips. From there is no answer of Yahweh.
Yeah, ain't no answer from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, because ultimately it's going to be a famine of the word. The Lord is going to withdraw his prophets. You're not going to be able to go to Nate, General Yohana, Mobilized Blackfish, Rakav GOCC, and any one of these false prophets. They can't tell you nothing. Why? Because they don't have the Holy Spirit. Look at them right now. Look at their fruits through the Spirit. They're not teaching you the correct doctrine to make you wise unto salvation.
Matthew 7:15. Oh, you done, right? Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets.
Yeah, beware of false prophets. Right? You got to take heed. We don't just do videos on them because we don't like them. We do the videos to give you the warning. These guys, they're not changing. They're getting worse and worse and worse throughout the years.
It says, which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, they come to you in sheep's clothing. Meaning what? On the outward appearance, they look like a super duper Israelite. All right? You will look at them and be like, man, that got to be the men of the Lord. Look at those shiny purple garments. Right. Look at Nate on the white horse. You would be like, yeah, that's probably King David or somebody.
With his garment blowing in the wind like a
But inwardly, he's a wolf, all right? He's a wolf disguised as a sheep. That's what these false prophets are. And the Lord is going to destroy these false prophets. That's why it says, I think in that same chapter, the ones that say, Lord, Lord, he's going to say in that day, I never knew you.
It says, but inwardly, they are ravening wolves.
Yeah, inwardly, they got their own agendas, all right? They under the agendas and authority of the so-called white man. That's why you see them, now they teach a Roman Catholicism doctrine. Now they teaching a hell. They're not teaching you the truth according to the scriptures, as they learn from their elders. Go ahead.
It says, ye shall know them by their fruits.
You shall know them by their fruits, meaning what? Their actions through the Spirit. Yeah, they're Israelites, but what are they teaching? All right? How are they making you wise unto salvation? How are they bringing you closer to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai? They're not doing that. These camps outside of Greatmillstone that don't teach what we teach. Go ahead.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Yeah. All right. So if you are part of the elect, if you're a man of the Lord, what did the angel tell Ezra? Seek out those that be like unto thee. Meaning what? Seek out the elect, the ones that have the same body, same mind, and same spirit as you. Don't be concerned with Israelites that don't believe in what you believe in. All right? Because everything is predestinated. Either you on the planet Earth to receive salvation or be destroyed.
But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
And look at Sakari. Once again, I got to keep on bringing you up. Now you got all these break-off camps from Sakari, but they all teaching false doctrine, all right? Teaching that to worship Yahweh Shai is an idol. You know, immortality is not in the scriptures. GMS is lying about this. GMS is lying about that. They got the same rebellious spirit as Gorilla Sheba. Go ahead.
And trying to heap disciples into themselves. It says, verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
Yeah, a good tree, meaning a man of the Lord. Give you an example, like Apostle Tahar. Right under him, you got Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, Apostle Ramlab, the bishop elders, all right? The elders from 07, 09, the men that you see that's still pushing forth this word. That's good fruit. Go ahead.
Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
So somebody that's a corrupt tree, they're not a part of the elect. They know that they're Israelite. Yeah, they may have a lot of subscribers. They may have some type of status in Israel, but what type of doctrine are they teaching you? How are they leading you to Yahweh Shai? How are they telling you to stay in the spirit? How do you know Yahweh Shai is coming back by watching their videos? You don't learn that from Sakari. Go ahead.
Every tree that bringeth forth, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down.
Yeah, every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewed down. That's why Gorilla Hebrew, what did he say? Oh, I don't associate myself with the Hebrew Israelites anymore. Every once in a while, I'm going to do a debate, but you pretty much went back in the world. That's why you was on No Jumper, that 12-hour live stream of nothing. You know, you just on there. You're supposed to be this man of the Lord, and you're supposed to ultimately know better. But go ahead.
And cast into the fire.
And that's eventually, if you don't repent, because you can repent, but if you don't repent while the doors of mercy is open, you're going to end up being destroyed. You're going to be a part of that lake of fire. And that's why we out here. Because if we don't do the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we're going to physically be destroyed. Go ahead.
Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
Yeah, by their fruits ye shall know them, whether they are man of the Lord or whether they are false prophet.
In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season.
So you have to be consistent all year round, preaching forth this gospel. Whether you have a street ministry, all right, whether you do your videos during the week, whether you do your live streams, you link up with brothers, all right, you got to fight to stay in the spirit, because there's nothing but darkness and carnality all around you, all right, that makes you want to go back into the world. You can't meditate on the world. You can't conform to this world.
Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
And that's what we do through the Holy Spirit, through Yahweh Shai's blood and sacrifice. We could proudly proclaim we have the truth through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai had to be sacrificed and resurrected for us to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that's why we go so hard through the Spirit, all right? We don't like to see our people going off, teaching false doctrine. The point of us is correcting them is because we love you, all right? We love you through the Spirit. The Most High love you, Yahweh Shai love you, but it's just that he got an elect and he got false prophets. He got the 2/3.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
And that's what's going on, all right? You could be in the truth 1 week, a couple of days, a couple of months, a couple of years, 20 years, 15 years, all right? If you're not a part of the elect, you are not going to endure to the end. And that's what's so scary about it. Go ahead.
It says, for the time will not come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
That's why guys go back into the world, all right? Go ahead.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Yeah, and that's referring to what? These people that follow the false prophets. There's more false prophets than there are righteous prophets. That's why they get the most subscribers, they get the most views. We don't care about that because you're not teaching nothing. You're just a stumbling block that the Most High set up. Go ahead.
Right. It says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
So that's what you got to do, man. You got to fight to stay in the spirit. You got to make full proof of the ministry. Whether you have a street ministry in your state, your country, your island, wherever you've been scattered at through the spirit, all right? You got to do your videos, man. You got to do your live streams because that's the only sacrifices that the Most High is going to accept. The Most High not dealing with animal sacrifices, all right? If you keeping high holy days, that's good, but are you doing it through faith? Are you doing it in remembrance of Yahweh Shai and his blood and sacrifice and resurrection? Go ahead.
Then you're not supposed to do it unworthily. I got some. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So this was a private discussion between Yahweh Shai and the 12 disciples. They wanted to inquire, when is the kingdom of heaven going to be established on the earth, like you're saying? What signs or what current events is going to be happening on the earth to know that this is getting ready to come to pass?
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
So these are one of the signs, all right? These are one of the end time prophecies. He's saying what? Take heed that no man deceive you, meaning guys that know that they're Israelites, all right? Go ahead. It's talking about the false prophets. Go ahead.
It says, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, or Yahushua or Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Yeah, now you got actual people on the planet Earth, even though they're trying to mimic Cesare Borgia, they pretty much saying like, I'm the Messiah. And these dudes, they be having followings, all right? But ultimately, you got Israelites in the truth. They know the name of the Most High Yahweh. They know the name of Yahweh Shai. That don't automatically make them a man of the Lord, because you got to look at the fruits of the Spirit. You got to discern the doctrine that they're teaching. Are these guys men of the Lord? Are they teaching like the apostles of Greatmillstone? Are they teaching like GMS? If they're not doing that, then you're not men of the Lord. You're trying to establish your own righteousness. Most High is not dealing with that.
Verse 6, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So these are more end-time prophecies. These are things that we are looking out for. This is why, what do? Filter the current events through the Bible prophecies to understand the time period we're living in. We're in the time where Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back and establish the kingdom of heaven. But before he established the kingdom of heaven, there's going to be current events that got to play out in the form of what? End-time prophecy. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Don't be troubled. All right, you want the kingdom of heaven? Well, these things have to happen on the earth before Yahweh Shai comes back to deliver the elect and establish the kingdom of heaven on earth.
That's how you're able to see the signs. Which makes you of the hopeful elect. It says, For all these things must come to pass.
All these things that got to come to pass. All right, you want the kingdom of heaven? You tired of living through the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28? You tired of these sinful bodies? Well, Jacob's trouble, it got to happen. All right, America, which is Babylon the Great, it got to be destroyed. All right, it got to be martial law. It got to be concentration camps. The mark of the beast got to come to pass through the centralized banking system. All these things, it got to happen if you want the kingdom of heaven. All right, you tired of westernization? You tired of westernization? You tired of our people being on the bottom no matter what country you go through? Well, these prophecies, it got to come to pass.
It says, But the end is not yet.
Yeah, the end is not yet. Oh yeah, some more prophecies. We got to be persecuted. Some of us is going to have to be martyrs, meaning we got to die for our religious belief. What's our religious belief? That we worship Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We believe on this gospel that it's going to make us wise unto salvation. All right?
Verse 7, For nation shall rise against nation.
More end-time prophecy. All right? Nations forming what? Alliances. Now, what do you have happening on the planet Earth? You have global tension that's going on, leading to what? World War III. But it started with who? Israel and Iran.
It says, And kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, kingdom against kingdom. All right, people forming their alliances. All right, for what? For World War III. All right, go ahead.
They got a lot of in-house fighting with Esau, amongst Esau. You know, it's a lot going on. Man.
Yeah, and the scripture say what? If Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? Yeah, you got Russia. That's a different country, but who's ruling over Russia? An Edomite by the name of Vladimir Putin. America, it's a different country, but who's ruling over America? An Edomite, Donald Trump. So Satan is divided against Satan. How shall his rulership stand?
And there shall be famines.
There's going to be famines, all right? But you're going to have two types of famines. You're going to have the traditional famine, which is a lack of resources, whether it be food, water, the bare necessities. But then you're going to have the famine of the word. Because what are they talking about? Oh, it could be a cyber attack, a lights out situation that shuts down the internet. Remember, the internet, it does the heavy lifting to spread this word. But the time is coming where ain't gonna be no internet, ain't gonna be no social media. All right?
All right. We ain't gonna be out on the streets.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned, Chicago, man. You know, they ransacked Jake 2, 3 in the morning. They snatched the men, women, and kids out in the streets. Half of them was naked. Zip tied them. They held them for hours outside. You know what I'm saying? Threw them in the van and shit. They let them go hours later. Yo, what you think is coming to America as a whole, but throughout the earth, man? It's gonna get wild out here.
And who's been saying that through the spirit for the longest? All right, about the Berber troops coming in, the red list, the blue list, the yellow list, Project Megiddo. Greatmillstone been bringing that out for decades, man. So you've been warned. So when all hell break loose, you can't say that you was never warned.
Protest right there.
And that's end time prophecy right there. All right, you have protests going on. 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. But who's warning you about these things live and direct? The men of Greatmillstone. The other camps, they not doing that. Well, they might be doing it because it's hot outside.
Exactly. But it says in pestilences.
And pestilences. All right, what's a pestilence? And then it said pestilences with an S because you got different strands of the COVID-19, right? You got disease outbreaks, different disease outbreaks that's going on all around the earth. That's end time prophecy. Go ahead.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
Earthquakes in diverse places. All right, that's more end time prophecy right there. Whether it be here, South America, Venezuela, all right, America, a couple of months back, all around the world. What is this signifying? Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, but there's still more to come. There's still more prophecies that have to be fulfilled. And all these different signs will be happening during what? Esau, Edom, and rulership, the so-called white man.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Yeah, they're going to deliver you up to be afflicted. All right, who's going to deliver us up? Some of our family members, all right? You got certain brothers' wives in the last days, they're going to look back. They're going to have a Lot's wife situation. All right, they're going to have a Lot's wife situation. Because when you read Matthew the 10th chapter, what did Yahweh Shai say? He said, I come to set a man at variance, meaning it's going to be a difference. One person going to be in the truth, the rest of the family, they're going to be in the world. So that's your enemies. They of your own household.
It says, and shall kill you.
And shall kill you. So you got these other camps, they bearing false accusations against us. All we doing is breaking down Deuteronomy 22nd chapter. It's an ancient manner of custom. Obviously, it don't got nothing to do with right now in this westernized America that's governed by Esau, Edom. It don't got nothing to do with right now. We just breaking down the chapter. It's just a custom, all right? When we were sovereign and independent and those situations took place, that's how we handle that according to the Mosaic law. That's it.
Well, all the apostles telling you to go out and do it?
Yeah.
No.
It wouldn't make sense to do that right now. All right? First of all, come on, these women, they're out of order because of Esau, Edom. And like I said, we're not sovereign and independent. We under the curses, and we under grace right now.
Well, you got to walk in wisdom, towards them that are without.
Yeah, the average woman you meet out here, she's not gonna be a virgin. All right? Now, if you do come across a virgin, that could be good or bad. But even if she's a virgin in this lifetime, she probably still westernized. You know? Yeah. She got her mother's anger. So she's a virgin, but she's still polluted in the spirit. But that's in this lifetime. Yeah. You know? That's why we beg for the kingdom. Because we tired of this.
It says, ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
And we hate it in every country you could think of. Oh, you guys is a racist pope. God hates people. What you mean God hates people? We literally quote the verse. They can follow along with us, and we still liars. We still false power. You can read along with us. You can go into the Strong's lexicon like us. You can go into the Hebrew, Greek, and Latin just like us. And we still liars? No, they're blinded.
Yeah. And they're offended.
And they're offended. They offended at Yahweh Shai. These souls that you see that come against us, they came against Yahweh Shai and the 12 disciples and the prophets.
Which makes them guilty.
Make them guilty. Yeah.
It says, And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another.
Then shall many be offended and betray one another. That links up with what? 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. All right? All hell is getting ready to break loose. When people's back is against the wall, then you're going to see who's your real family, who's your loving wife, and who's your friends. Go ahead.
And shall hate one another.
And shall hate one another. These are the type of times we coming into. When there's a famine, you can't afford nothing, you ain't going to be all peaceful like that. When your back is against the wall, you're going to be in a survival mindset, like an animal. All right? Especially if you got a family, you don't want them to be starving. This is how the average person without faith is going to be thinking. See, with us, it's different because we have faith upon Yahweh Shai. We lean upon Yahweh Shai to what? Perform miracles during Jacob's trouble, to where we don't have to be carnal. You see what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai, he's going to make sure we got food, water, shelter. If brothers got kids, your family's going to be good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. That's why you pray in the name of the Lord.
It says, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many.
And that's what we see in camps that we never heard of ever. Like, where the hell these guys come from? You know, they always got the crazy intro, the super duper intro, all right? You know, the shiny, spanky clean garments. These guys,
the wall breaking open.
Yeah.
Lightning and thunderbolts.
Yeah. You know, with the theme song, the Most High, he not dealing with that. Just cut the camera on and prophesy. That's it. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Double honors to the men who I learned the truth from, because we building upon their foundation. So it's only right we give double honors. The other camps, they don't know what they're a part of. You got it.
And because iniquity shall abound.
Yeah, iniquity is what? Sin upon sin. Evil. Go ahead.
The love of many shall wax cold.
And that's what's going to happen in this society. That's why crime is at an all-time high. That's why crime is at an all-time high. Because the love of many is waxing cold. People's backs is against the wall. They're being fired from their job. All right? You got to pay bills. You're an adult. So if these people, they can't get a job, what's going to happen? It's only natural crime is going to go up. These are one of the end-time prophecies during Jacob's trouble.
You got a lot of federal workers that's getting fired too, or they start to come to work without pay, man. So these people gonna lose it.
Yeah, that's hell. You just working for nothing.
Yeah.
You got a family, you got kids, especially if they're young kids, they crying. They don't understand why they can't eat. They can't fend for themselves. So now you're gonna be forced to commit a crime just to feed your family. Why? Because they don't got Yahweh Shai. We got Yahweh Shai. So this is a privilege to have the gift of faith.
But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
And the ones that's going to endure to the end is who? The elect of the nation of Israel through predestination. The Most High, before the earth was created, he already established who's going to be a part of the elect. Now us as the creation, we don't know. That's why we give diligence to make our calling and our election sure. Lord willing, we be a part of the elect, no matter what we got to go through. The trial, tribulations, financial hardship, all right, dealing with multiple women, life changes in general, all right? It's tough, but through Yahweh Shai's blood, we can get the victory. We can overcome.
Well, last verse. But this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Now, how is this gospel going to be preached unto all the earth, all right? What does Apostle Paul always say? I didn't have to get on the plane and go to these particular places where the GMS camps is at. That's the spirit right there. That's proof that what? The spirit is dealing with Apostle Zahar, but dealing with Greatmillstone, all right? But see, when you deal with Nate and these other camps, they're going to go over there so they can extort the people for filthy lucre's sake, for glitz and glamour, vain glory. The Most High, he not dealing with that. When Yahweh Shai was on the earth 2,000 plus years ago, he wasn't like that. All right? He didn't seek vain glory.
And then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. So the gospel got to be preached. So you got to be diligent. You want the kingdom of heaven to come to pass, you got to preach the downfall of Esau Edom. You got to tell the heathen they going into slavery. All right? All the 17 heathen nations that raped, robbed, and murdered the children of Israel, they going into slavery. Thus saith the Lord. You got to prophesy that, and you got to mean that through faith. Because if we don't do that and we lukewarm, the end is never going to come. Especially if you leave it up to the other camps outside of Greatmillstone that's not diligent. The end will never come with them. Because they don't do enough.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is even, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right, so the signs of the times is being taught by the messengers and prophets. The wars, the rumors of wars, everything that the brother read in Matthew 24. And these signs is what? Signifying that the end is coming. The end of the heathen rulership. And we're in the end of Esau, Edom, so-called white man's evil empire. His kingdom is about to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And this is judgment from Yahweh Shemal Shah. And when his kingdom be destroyed, another kingdom is coming, which is the kingdom of heaven. A kingdom that's going to dwell in righteousness, which is a kingdom that belongs to us, the Hebrew Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And who's coming to destroy Esau's kingdom? Our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who we're in called Jesus Christ. And this is what we're seeking after: salvation, the destruction of our enemies, and the rise of the kingdom of heaven.
Yes. So you know, quick up in the morning, the sky is red. Read that one more time.
Yep. Matthew chapter 16, and verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is even, he say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red.
So you look in the sky, you see clear skies, the sun is out, it looks beautiful. Fair weather, red.
And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering.
Red and loud, like it's cloudy. So if you look into the sky, you can look into the sky and you can tell it's going to be severe weather, or it's going to be a storm. That's meteorology. Right?
O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky.
So you can look into the sky, you can discern its meaning. You can discern what's to come. Right?
But can ye not discern the signs of the times?
You can't discern or distinguish or determine the signs of the times just based upon looking at things that are around you. So you can look and you can see the weather and tell what's to come, but you can't look around you and see that this is the sign of the times. Why? Because they aren't really watching. You know? They're not really watching for them signs. See, the end of the society means the end of that money. If you're living on a high horse, if you're living high on the hog, so to speak, you don't want to get off. If you're that number one guy, I was saying this to somebody the other day. I was like, look, man, the number one guy on the basketball team don't want nobody to come and take in their spot. You don't want that spot. You want that shot. When this kingdom ends, all that money they got in, so end right along with it. And we in them times, man. You can't wait. You know, this America is really truly coming to an end. And every waking second, we're getting closer and closer to that.
2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 6. Then did I consider. Oh, yeah, that's it, right. Oh, no, verse 7. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
You know, the end of the first is Esau's kingdom. What's going to follow is the kingdom of heaven, Jacob. Right?
And he said to me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right?
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. But it's the end of Esau's world, and the beginning of the world to come. It's the kingdom of heaven. And that's they going to truly come. You think that we just doing this for our help? We ain't not for our help. There's other stuff in the world we could be doing, but it don't compare to this. We can't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? Brother been in this truth for years, or however many months, decades. Waiting for this thing to go down, man. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this damn place. All it's going to do is it's going to wax worse and worse. That's all it's going to happen. It's going to wax worse and worse. I always wanted it to be a big disease outbreak. I wanted it to be something like, Walking Dead. Man, but the disease outbreak is really put people in shit, man. Or like major earthquakes that's going on. Like major earthquakes going on in different countries. I mean, different states across the country. California, Florida, tornadoes. Did you find out, or earthquake went down and it killed 150,000 people? Or the hurricane went and it killed 37,000. Tornado killed 18,000, something like that. Another tornado went off and it killed 108,000 people. Another 5 trillion on this place. All in one day.
Right? This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
And it said the days of these kings.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
So in the days of these kings. So in other words, in the midst of other rulerships, that's when the Most High going to set up his kingdom. Okay?
And the kingdom shall not be left to other
Because
people.
remember, they're going to be ruling, and then we're going to rise up, and that's when they're going to be brought down. Right? The kingdom what?
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Right, and the kingdom not going to be left to other people. Because this kingdom is only for children of Israel. And that's what people don't understand. They think this thing is for all nations. They think everybody can get with this thing. That ain't what this thing is about. But
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
because why? We're going to put these nations in slavery. So-called white men in other nations, they're going to truly go into slavery under us. Man. And they're going to be whipping you devil's backs. They're going to be gutting you like fish, man.
For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay,
Because it wasn't an actual stone cut out of the mountain, man.
the brass,
I was shocked.
the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God had made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
So that represents Yahushua taking down these nations. That's why when you go to Revelation, book of Revelation, it speaks about he's the King of Kings. And he has those crowns upon his head.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon them was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he made a name written, and he had a name written, that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
That's talking about the angels, chariots. Go ahead.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty God.
He tread the wild person of the fist and the wrath of the Almighty power. So in the ancient world, when they would have the grapes, they would tread upon those grapes with their feet. And what would happen is the blood of the grapes would come out. They would tread into the wine vat. But Yahweh, and that's the violent act. Tread upon anything. Stepping on the ball. It's a violent act. So Yahweh says he's going to tread it with the fist and wrath of the Almighty power. So it's not going to tread it with the fist of man. It's going to tread it with the fist and the wrath of the Most High. So you know that's going to be a great storm.
And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
And that was a Persian title. Type in King of Kings Persian. King of Kings Persia. What does it say?
It says the term King of Kings,
Pronounce that word right there. Starts with an S.
Shahan Shah, refers to a title used by rulers of the Persian Empire, particularly the Achaemenid dynasty, to signify supreme imperial authority over lesser kings.
See? So when Howard Shah says King of Kings, he would be the real King of Kings. So in the ancient world, they had a title called King of Kings, to imply that they were the king over lesser kings. But this way, Howard Shah is going to be that real king over these other nations. Now, in today's time, they may not be calling themselves kings. They call themselves king or prime minister or president, but it's still kings. Just the modern way, modern term. See, Howard Shah is going to show them now who's the true king of all these kings, who's the true lord of all these lords. Go ahead.
It's Psalm chapter 2, verse 6. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance.
Now, ultimately, that's really going into their lands. I'll tell you about that in the book of Amos and Obadiah. Go ahead.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces like the potter's vessel. Be wise, therefore, O ye kings.
Guess what? We're going to destroy them. That's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to destroy these nations, man. They destroyed us, right? So what, they just going to live forever, just do this forever? Listen, man. Could you imagine how much more wicked this world would be in another 5 years, 10 years? You got faggots running around like they own the place. You can't walk nowhere without seeing no fucking faggot, man. Motherfuckers is everywhere. You go into the store, there's a homo. You walk down the block, there's a homo ahead of you. You cross the street, you get away from that homo, it's a homo over there. It's a homo over there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking faggots everywhere, man. Go to the park, work out, faggot 30 feet away. You gotta watch your back. They ain't looking at you, man. You gotta act up. You know what I'm saying? You might end up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous, man. Fucking homos is everywhere. Man.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
More.
Oh, yeah. Shalom.
Okay, this Psalm chapter 2, verse 12, verse 11. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
Yeah, that's our job right now to do, to serve the Lord. We out here on the highways and hedges, serving Yahweh Shemel Shah with fear and trembling of Him, not of this world. Get that scripture that says, the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, because He didn't give us a spirit of fear of this society. Because what this world gonna do to us, the Lord will do 10 times worse if we don't obey. You got it again, brother?
Psalm chapter 2, verse 11. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
Yeah, so rejoice and trembling. All right? We rejoice and trembling. Because it tells you that we got to do this with all joy, man. It's our pleasure, it's our duty to be out on the highways and hedges. To do these videos. Hey, when the apostles came with that decree, Apostle Paul came with that decree to do 3 videos a day, you should have been rejoicing to do that. That should have been like the first. Hey, I remember when I first came to the truth, in the spirit I was doing it. I didn't even know that I was learning, but I remember sitting in my security booth just doing a video. We was doing with gigabytes.
you know, just enough in a span with space, and you got to pay another $20 to go over. I remember I was rejoicing before the decree went out. I was still learning, but you know, now years later, it's supposed to be done. Read that again. We'll get that right.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 11.
Yeah.
Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
You rejoice with trembling. Okay. All right. What else?
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Yeah. Kiss the Son. That's the point right there. Because if you don't do it, he's gonna be angry. That's how you kiss the Son. You get on the highways and hedges. You get out there and you proclaim the coming of your King. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You on this side, we know Esau and the gang, the rest of the nation, we know they don't serve our King, but they're going to. You know, when we get back into rulership, they're gonna serve us. They're gonna serve our King, because we're gonna be joint heirs with them. Read that again.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
And he's talking to you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? Y'all the first supposed to kiss the Son. You're supposed to be out here on the highways and hedges. You men. You Israelite men. Not you Hebrew Israelite, the Hebrew Edomites. Not you. Not the rest of the nations. You know when you're going to do it? When we get back into power. Okay, brother?
And ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
And we got to trust in Yahweh Shemel Shah. We don't have nothing else. Yeah, we've been doing this for this long. Now we look back at the situation that we gave up. Like, I was so fucking happy we out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Out of all those situations, just having a regular job and not trying to be worldly, it's been the best part. You know, I know all the brothers could concur. It's been the best part. We enjoy these afflictions too. Okay, read that, brother.
2 Timothy 1:7.
Yeah.
For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear.
He didn't give us the spirit of fear. You know, you've been in the world, we were doing it stupidly, out in the streets doing dumb shit. And then when we get in this truth, we knew something saved our ass from that shit. And what the hell? Read that again.
For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear.
And we don't need to be fearing none in this world. Because, what's the other verse? Just on my tongue. Read it again.
It says, for the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power.
But of power, might. In him. That's why we on the highways and we standing firm in this. We're grounded and rooted. And we're looking at you individuals, especially only you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and be like, what's on your damn mind? You don't see what the I'm sorry, you got it.
No, it's more. Yeah.
I got something else.
Finish your point?
Oh. Yeah, no, read it again, Slack. I think all the brothers have something to say.
Yeah, it says, for the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
A sound mind. All right? A healthy mind in this truth. He cleansed us, man. And it's been joyful to fear Yahweh Shemel Shah. And he's been our shield and buckler. Okay, older brother.
Oh, all right, I got something. Matthew 16:25.
Yeah.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Yeah, whoever should save his life should lose it. You try to be a part of this world, you're gonna lose. Okay? Yeah. Okay.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
With the Lord, how you gonna find your life? By doing this work, and He's gonna protect you. He's gonna preserve you. He will give you grace, favor in Him, and then you're gonna prolong your life by having fear in Him. Not because He's gonna give you leave Him, He's gonna give you over to this world. And we see tons of evidence of that happening to people. Once you get back into this world, it's over for you.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it, brother?
Yeah, that's it.
This Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
You heard Yahweh Shah said. Yahweh Shah said that person feared none of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right, read on it.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
This damn devil, we're gonna cast some of you into prison. They were just talking how, oh, you come to Chicago. They just ran down to Chicago. They just ran down. They went up in the mid, and that's how they get you. They always busting at your door in the wee hours of the night. Then they come when you sleeping, you're in your damn drawers, and they come. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how they do. We all know. Look, we was in the world. Police, they come, especially in the projects, they cut your water off. Cut your water off. You know what that means when they cut the water off. All right. They do it early in the morning. They do them raids. Man, they got people looking outside, especially if you hustling. They don't want you to flush any narcotics. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what they do. They come in and they come early in the morning. And with these martial law niggas, they gonna come early. They gonna come unexpected on these holidays, and they gonna catch people sleeping.
They set night, the wee hours of the night, and they come bust down your door. That's what they did in Chicago. They was zip tying babies. That's how they don't have no respect for you. And what the lady said, what you doing to the baby? Fuck these babies. I said, fuck these kids. But yeah. And I had this distinct feeling that I don't know if it seemed like they foreigners wrapped up in those masks. They really don't give a shit.
You know, now that you look at it,
Yeah.
that's probably the reason why they was pushing the whole Chicago drill hip hop thing so much.
Yeah.
Pushing it to the mainstream,
Yeah.
so the public can see it and say, see what y'all, this is what we gotta go, this is what we gotta deal with. But when you think about it, Chicago is kind of weird. Chicago never really had no voice in hip hop. All the years fucking around, you never had no voice. Ever. It was mainly always New York. You had like Georgia, you had Cali, but Chicago never had no voice. Mine in Chicago was always Chicago. People look at Chicago, huh? People look at Chicago like Chicago is violent, but Chicago is worse. Chicago's high murder rate was like in the 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna
Now they got like 5% of murder. Chicago in the 70s like 970 something. Last time they saw 900 murders was the early 90s. So it was way worse. 90s, 80s, mainly 70s, 80s, 70s. Split specifically. Yeah. It was way worse back then. Yeah. I'm like, why are they giving them a platform now? And then you think about it, Chief Keef and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, the war in Chicago, they use that to their advantage. That way the public can see that. See, look, you gotta get them. And my mom like, Chicago's always been violent, but you never know Chicago for gangster rap. You knew it for Kanye West. What's his name? Lupe Fiasco, Common.
Yeah.
You know for that.
Yeah.
They ain't know for no big time. It was always bad out there. So they ain't just start getting bad.
Yeah.
See that? See how you saw work?
Yeah, and they orchestrated it. Like, that makes logical sense. And now they over there saying they after you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. First they went out to the Spanish-speaking tribes. Now they said they going after you, what they call it, real rappers? What they, gangster rappers? Real rappers. Oh, you were saying, oh, you come to Chicago, we got, what they swishes.
got sticks.
Yeah, but you ain't got nothing. They came in there, they kicked your mother in the behind, they kicked your babies in the behind, and they would look for you. You probably wasn't home. You probably was somewhere smoking too. Yeah, bro.
It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
You're gonna be tried. See, this trial is gonna be because of them sea hips.
Yeah.
Okay? You're gonna be put up in the concentration camps, and then they're gonna try you.
You heard what what's that dude? Nicholas Irvin, the sniper, that's his name? He said like when they go out, because this is you enemy, combatants or whatever they call you, they emptying the whole magazine. They shooting to drop you. They not stopping until you fall. You know what I mean? So they emptying magazines. That's when they move in, you know what I mean? So, hey man, you're gonna have to have the Lord with you, man. You know? Do you know how to clear a room when you going in doing a drill?
Yeah.
Moving in military? Can you shoot when somebody knows how to shoot also? And y'all going toe to toe, face to face. You know what I mean?
And if I may say, the first Handmaid's Tale that first came out in I don't know what year, the 60s or something. It was that first scene I always jumped in my mind when I first got into this truck. I saw the vision of that. Them putting us in those trucks, taking us to the concentration camp. You know? And then what they trying to make babies with their women. The so-called white man trying to bring forth their nation. You know, that's what the Handmaid's Tale is based on. And that first scene, when they was in the back of the truck, you see women, children, they on the bus.
Look, man.
Yeah.
Lord willing, this thing jump off quick. Pretty soon we're gonna be crawling the camp, man. These bodies is fucked up. You know what I mean? Well, I speak for myself. We crawling the campus. This body out is shit.
Yeah, if you notice throughout history of America, anytime there was a deflation of the dollar, war was imminent. Because war was a way like Esau prompted dollar. Or made it like, you know what I'm saying, worth value. So now if you look at it, gold and silver is through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's going up every day.
Going up. You see that shit?
It's going up every day.
Momentum like a motherfucker. Like,
Which is not good. It's not a good sign of the value of the dollar. You know, because everybody's complaining now about hyperinflation. But it's not that things are cost more. It's the value of the dollar is weaker. And that shows through how much silver and gold costs in any country. So it's showing you that the U.S. dollar is completely being diminished.
That's right.
Which inevitably is going to bring about a war. Can I get Genesis 4? Genesis 27 real quick? I got you. Yeah, Genesis 27:40, because you got to realize, man, Esau got blessed with a certain attribute to dominate kingdoms. He's not going to have the abilities like Jacob, because Jacob is not going to have to rule by a sword or military might, right?
Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword thou shalt live.
So in order for you to establish a kingdom, keep your kingdom running, you have to live by the sword. So that means there will be no rulership without Esau establishing military might throughout the earth. So we know throughout history, through the Weimar Republic and many other kingdoms, Roman Empire, that when their dollar or whatever they used to trade was devalued, what was inevitable? War. It tells you that in, I forget what scripture where, I believe it was the Roman Empire, where they went back into the treasury to pay their men for a year's salary and realized they didn't have it. That's where they went to go ransack the temples, because they realized Israel had a whole bunch of gold and precious metals in the temple. I don't know, I forget what story is that. I know that was the Roman Empire.
You talking about the Flavian dynasty?
Was it the Flavian?
When Titus Domitian and Vespasian?
I haven't went back in that in a minute.
Because the military faction of their family was Titus and Vespasian.
Yeah, but they
Domitian, he was more like political. Well, he's a fucking grimy ass nigga, but not nigga, but you know, Edomite demon.
Yeah, they wanted to go to war, but they realized they didn't have enough money to pay their
Oh,
soldiers.
then I wasn't in that.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I get it.
That's okay. It says, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right, so, you know, the point is, man, Esau, in order to keep his kingdom running, man, it's inevitable that a war has to break out. Right. And if you look at the dollar, and you look at silver, at one point in time, silver was like $15. I remember back about, you know, I've been in a little bit, like 15 years. You could get an ounce of gold for the price of like $900. That's back when you can get an apartment in New York City, a 1-bedroom for like $1,000, $800 a month. Try to find that shit now. So we know that war is soon to come because the value of the dollar is weaker. You know, you might as well, you know, all hell about to break loose, right? You might as well not even go to, if you're making less than $25 an hour, you wasting your time. Yeah. For real. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. That shit ain't mean nothing. $25 is the new minimum wage. You know?
If you don't got no jury, they taxing the shit out of you. I know this, man.
Well, you get Ehud?
They send me to the cleaners. I'm still standing though.
Yeah, so all things is pointing to the, listen, if you can look up, type in, when is the last time silver hit $50 an ounce? and it's going to tell you that it was a major historical event.
The 80s?
No,
Oh, I thought it was the Hunts.
I was looking it up.
The
You know what I'm
Hunt
saying? The
brothers.
value of silver and why it correlates to now.
So $50 an ounce?
$50 an ounce. And give me no new thing, Ecclesiastes. I was looking it up the other day because they were saying that silver might hit $50 and the relevance behind it. If you could type that in, when was the last time it hit 50?
This is Google. Silver has only approached $50 an ounce twice. In January 1980.
Okay.
Hunt
okay.
brothers.
All right, you was like, yeah.
I'm the stock guy here.
Oh, you're stock guy, yeah.
It says-
Stock guy.
and again in April 2011, when it reached $48. Both rallies were driven by inflation fears.
Inflation fears, meaning the value of your dollars are worth less.
And financial uncertainty.
Financial uncertainty, man, an economic collapse, so to speak. So, silver is not an investment opportunity. It's a hedge against inflation. So you trade your dollars for precious metal to shield you from economy collapse. You know what I'm saying? You got something to share?
Right. You're absolutely right. You have that guy, Anatoly Kabalov, something like that, in Russia, that's saying that the United States is trying to get rid of its debt or mitigate its debt with stablecoin. Right? So why hasn't the United States hit hyperinflation? Most countries that reproduce their currency so much hit a state of hyperinflation, their currency collapses. The United States, it doesn't happen here because the United States dollar is the world reserve, right? So the United States has the unique ability to, when they print more money, distribute it throughout the world. Kind of like when you pump a balloon out, you let a little air out before it pops. That's what they do. They sprinkle a bunch more US dollars because it accounts for over 51% of the world's currency, right? But it's still heavy laden with debt. Now, what's Trump doing? Trump is making a lot of these contracts with different companies, with NVIDIA, with Meta, with all these different cryptocurrencies, AI companies, right? Now, what's that about? Well, how does stablecoin work? Unlike CBDC, which is controlled back by the central banks, stablecoins could be privately issued. So what does that mean? That means Meta could say this is Meta token backed by the United States dollar. Meta token can now be used in India. And guess what? India just took on somewhat of the United States debt, right? By owning Meta token, because it's backed by the United States dollar. So that's something that they're getting hip to. So these nations are doing what? Buying up a lot of gold, a lot of silver, what this brother is talking about, and you see precious metals skyrocket because they're trying to hedge themselves of the United States pushing their debt on the world, man. You know? I think they said Trump so far got, it's either 9 trillion or he said 9 trillion or 12 trillion in contracts. Now that doesn't mean that they have 9 or 12 trillion right now. They mean the duration of the contract. So they're kind of setting that up. They're setting up that whole stablecoin thing. And I said that from the jump. I said the stablecoin thing because Fed Chairman Powell said they're not going to do CBDC. Trump said he's not going to be doing CBDC. But mind you, it's all semantics. It's all the same shit. It all leads up to the same, you know? But, you know, the stablecoin, it's like an easier transition. You know what I'm saying? You can use more gradualism to ultimately, again, get everything tokenized.
It tokenized essentially transferred to the chip. Yeah, chip. Because they're gonna need to find a new currency because the dollar is not gonna be worth anything. You're not gonna be able to trade it. If you look at the average American, they barely have dollars in their pocket. When's the last time you took a $20 bill to buy something? You go get a scripture.
Nah, you all right.
Yeah, what I call for?
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that has been,
You give me I believe it's Nahum 1:11.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9.
Oh, and if you can type it in the Apocrypha, it says something about economy. Because like the Lord brought judgment, like the economy, something like that. I forget what I bring poverty, something like that. I can look for it, but go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which has
shall be.
Right. So the thing that has been is what shall be. So things are repetitive.
Yep.
You know, they figure that we in 2025 that these things are new things, but it's only a repeat of things before. Right. Just a little different, a tweak, so to speak. Right.
And that which is done, that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
All right. So the fact you asked me to say. No, go ahead.
Sure?
Go ahead.
Real quickly, I'm gonna give it right back to you.
Go ahead.
Can you read that same verse? Swap out thing and put the word spirit.
Okay.
Baba Kashab.
It says, the thing,
No, swap out. Anytime you see thing, put spirit.
all right, the spirit that has been, it is that which shall be done, shall be. And that which is done, it's like I'm trying, it's like the spirit that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new spirit under the sun.
Exactly. All right. So this is how come what the brother said.
Yeah.
Why is history repeating itself?
Yeah.
It's because the same spirit come back with the same fucking things, man. All right. These senators come back. These rulers come back. Prophets of old always come back. That's how come these things repeats itself. When you go into that first chapter of Ecclesiastes, what verse is that again? That's 9, right? But when you start at 1, it's going through a cycle. It goes into water, it goes into tree, vapors, all. It's just telling you it's a full cycle. To when you jump down to the spirit, it's the same thing. A full cycle. When you go to 2 Ezra 5 and 42, it says what? I will liken my judgment onto a ring. It's the same, repetitive cycle. You got it back on.
That's right. You give me real quick. You had some?
Got Nahum.
Okay.
Nahum
Hold me
chapter,
down, 2 Ezra 15:49.
Nahum chapter 1.
Yeah, because when the elders and apostles speak, man, it's not in vain. And it's not just to glorify them because their position in their spirit. They was put here for a certain purpose. So anything they say is for a reason. Now I remember over a decade ago, man, they was pushing this whole precious metals.
Yeah.
Now, as a spiritual aspect, we realize the importance or the significance of the value of a precious metal and what's the state of their economy.
Yeah.
So, because the Lord deals with the economy. That's how he punishes the world. That's why I said 2 Ezra 15:49.
Right.
Nahum chapter 1 verse 11. There's one come out of thee.
What's his name?
Zephaniah.
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 Yeah, Zephaniah 1:11. You can give me 2 Ezra 15:49 real quick. So when they mention things like silver and gold, it's not in vain because if you watch that and you study it, you will realize this has the effect on economy. And we know that America holds the dominance in the world so far as trade in dollars. Showing you the linking up to Revelation the 18th chapter 2. 15:49. Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Mektesh,
Mektesh, which is, I believe, a trade port. That's where they was doing a lot of their trading. So it's speaking about what? The stock market. You know what I'm saying? So how? Meaning give up a major crime. Because the dominance of the dollar is no longer going to be in effect. How your Mektesh, go ahead. And that's going to inevitably affect the world. Go ahead.
for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off.
Yeah, man. So the economy is inevitably going to collapse. It's going to inevitably collapse. And we tell you dummies that, and y'all look at us like a joke, man. There was a time when you made $100,000, you was well off. That was the dream in America to make a salary of $100,000. Now you make 100, you got to make 300,000 to get the same quality of life as $100,000 would 50 years ago.
You got a 100K job and a side job.
In a side job.
No, because what we camp at, the low end of rent, I might be wrong, during the midweek, some of them apartments, the lower end is like 10 G's a month. Then on the high end, some of the penthouses like 5 million.
But
The you know the building, the Lululemon up there, it's 10. That building, the apartments are 10 grand.
I guess it just depends. It's not that outrageous yet. But it's still
that's
outrageous.
regular. That's regular for them. For them.
Oh, that's down to 86.
Yeah, that's 86. Yeah.
Yeah, they said that Midtown is about $5,000 a month. That's the average. That's if you want to live in Manhattan. You can still kind of get an apartment in the outskirts of in the cities, like for like $2,800, $3,000 a month. It's expensive though, you know.
It's not the price of things going up; it's the inflation that's causing it.
The value of the dollar dropping.
Exactly, it's the value of the dollar dropping. That's like when you look at stocks, you look at real estate, you look at gold and silver. It's always going to be going up. It's manipulation. It's a play with your head. It's not per se going up. It's the value of the dollar keeps increasing. Like for example, right? Let's do this simple. If inflation happens, right? BJ's, right? That's a company that's publicly traded on the stock market, right? What they do? They increase the price of their goods. So what was once a $20 bar of soap or $20 laundry detergent is now a $25 laundry detergent. It looks like they're making more money. The stock is going up, but it's not really what's happening. What's really what's happening is that inflation is not like that dollar is going down.
It takes more dollars to purchase the same item.
But the gold and silver will always hold its value. So if Abraham time traveled with his sheep, cattle, gold, and silver, and came right here, it would still be $1 billion.
Right. That's right. Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty,
Poverty.
famine.
Didn't they not say majority of Americans live paycheck to paycheck?
That's right.
That's poverty. When you don't have enough discretionary spending to fund a life. Majority of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Some of us are affected by that. So read that again.
That's right. Second Ezra.
Because this is a plague that's going to affect all of us. Not just the world, but the prophets too.
That's right.
Give me James 5 and 3.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee.
So this is the plague that the Lord is sending currently. Right?
That's right. Widowhood, poverty,
man.
famine, sword, and pestilence.
And every other day you look at the news, man, you so desensitized to it.
Yep.
Somebody get murdered on camera, and it's like, damn, next video. You know, on social media, I seen an Indian guy get beheaded by a white man at the laundromat.
Now,
You seen that video?
You look at that.
That was a Jake that did that.
After-
It was a Jake?
It was a Jake that put that Indian guy played this shit with like a soccer ball.
Yeah. Threw it in the trash.
After you see that, Jake is so used to it now, they just reading the commentary after what happened. You know what I mean?
Jake is so desensitized, some people are laughing at it. Damn, couldn't be me.
Right.
Simple as it. Couldn't be. Jake is so desensitized to murder because murder has become so common in society.
Yeah.
They laugh at it. It's a joke now.
Because everything is live. Everything is on live. Everybody's out. They had the cameras out. Live and direct.
So this is that one with CCTV though.
Oh yeah?
That was CCTV footage. They got with the Indian guy got his head chopped off in front of his wife and daughter.
Yeah. Well, it went viral.
Over a washing machine.
Yeah. It went viral.
Wow.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses, with destruction and death. And that's what it's leading up to. It's going to lead up to death. See, there's going to be so many bodies out here. It's going to be of the norm. But people ain't going. It's going to be over until this place is hit with missiles. It's going to be crazy out here. There's no hiding it right now. This is why we're telling you constantly, over and over, prophesying, telling you to prepare you so you niggas, prepare you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what you're ignorantly known as. You're so used to of being degraded. It's normal to you. You know, you call yourself the N-word. You know, or you know you've been categorized. While we're telling you that you're more than what you wanted, what the category you put yourself into. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh, James. Okay, you have for James.
Okay. James chapter 5, verse 3. If gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire, ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Yeah, I'm reading again, brother.
James chapter 5, verse 3. If gold and silver is cankered,
Your monetary system is flawed. Gold and silver, it don't rust. So it's talking about it's inflated, it's fiat. It's not real money. It's dead. It's corrupted. All right?
and the rust of them shall be a witness against
It's
you.
showing it. It's talking about monetary system because silver and gold, it don't rust. It don't oxidize.
It shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Yeah, all your conquering and all your theft, your thievery, all your fraudulent activities, it's gonna cause all the nations to shoot their missiles on you, man. It's your greed that led to your destruction, man. Because through your greed, you do more of your wicked acts, man. Look, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, we haven't loosed the AIDS plague on the world.
No.
We haven't tried to decrease the world population. They're talking about a few gang members that's doing shit.
To themselves.
Yeah, and even those numbers is nothing compared to a world scale of what the so-called white man is constantly doing as of today.
And that's what the elder brothers, that's so on point, because they're doing it to themselves. But you Edomites is going country to country, like in Habakkuk. You never leave at home. You always in somebody else's business. That's why America is decreasing, circling the drain. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, I don't give a fuck what you talk about the cartels.
Yeah.
They're not the cause of all of the drugs being flooded they're lieutenants throughout the planet. Esau is control of all traffic of the world.
Right.
Through commerce, through UCC, maritime.
I got something right here. It's hyperinflation. AI overview. It says hyperinflation is caused by a rapid and unsustainable increase in the money supply, usually as a government prints money to cover its budget deficits.
Yeah, you read that again, brother? Sorry.
Yeah, right.
I
It
heard the
says,
point there.
hyperinflation is caused by a rapid and unsustainable increase in the money supply.
And it's unstable. And you're unstable in yourself, so you can push that seed here. You're leading up to something. It's gradually coming up to something, and we all prepared mentally and spiritually for it.
And to show you these so-called rich people, billionaires or whatever, if you're not the 13 banking families, you always got to keep on hustling and flipping because your money is on a hamster wheel, so are you, because they're constantly printing it. So you trying to outrun the printer. That's why you always got to keep flipping. You can't save money. Money, compared to electricity, is circular, compared to water. So that money got to always be making more money. You can't sit on that shit. People got phone books and shit with money. You got to put it out. You got to put this shit out like it's dope. You got to constantly flip.
And that makes sense. And that's why I just learned, stocks. That stocks is the only way you can put your money in and it builds. You can't. They used to have a trust fund like where you can put your money and it builds interest in the bank. You stole that shit too.
Oh, you're talking about like if somebody like if they got, I forgot what kind of account it is. You put money in like
Ameritrade,
not even leaps. You put money in it, and like let's say you got 4 million, so where your 4 million is making like 16 grand a month or something like that.
High interest yield.
High yield, yeah. See?
Yeah. And we know you done.
You got millionaires in the camp, so they know.
And we know what you've done to the system. You collapsed everything. We can't in our savings. We can't build interest. You stole that back in the 80s. I can't remember what year that was, but you took that from us. Now, learning, I just learned this. Like you put your money in stocks, it's going to always build on up and down. It's just inflation. It's another word. It's up and down. It's up and down.
If you 100% in that, 100% going real hard. Your whole all into it.
Yeah.
You can't be in the truth.
No,
You know what I mean? Because those people, the Jakes that's successful like that, they really they really they all into this. You know what I mean?
That's into what?
Making them the money with them stocks and forex and shit like
This
that.
often happens during economic crisis, such as wars and natural disasters.
This is an economic crisis. We are in an economic crisis. They're trying to figure out who's gonna run this chip. That's why they racing. What is the CDC? The credit. Everybody's trying to figure out who's gonna be in charge of this chip. That's what leads to Joel. In the Valley of Jehoshaphat, that's what that big war is gonna be for. It's something gonna lead to that. Somebody's gonna trigger that. It's gonna be right over there in the Euphrates.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
That reduces a country's economic output and ability to collect taxes.
Yeah.
Well, if you notice, man, there's a government shutdown. So, you know, I believe they let the IRS stay open. I think so. But they always gonna collect the taxes. It says the increased money supply devalues the currency, leading to higher prices and a dangerous cycle where people spend quickly, further accelerating inflation.
And that's what's happening, man. It's building up, man. Everything is high up. You can't afford a pack of chicken, man. Like the wing shop, you go to the wing shop, chicken's expensive, man.
It says spend quickly.
Yeah.
It says dangerous cycle where people spend quickly, further accelerating inflation because they're putting more dollars in circulation.
Yeah.
And if you notice, because it's like a domino effect, man.
That's right.
You know, trouble on both sides because you have to spend more to buy things
Get less too.
to get less, but further in inflation is because you're putting more dollar bills in circulation.
Yeah.
So if you're saving money, physical cash is really pointless.
And then you have people that say, we don't know what we're talking about. This system was designed to collapse.
Yeah.
You know, the ultimate plan, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's plan, but he used Esau on the left-hand side, because Esau, that whole thing, all these systems was designed to collapse.
Right.
They had a term for it, but it switched. It was called System 2000. We passed 2000, but it was called System 2000. And I believe this was in the 50s. When them Bilderbergs in 1954, when they met for social engineering, silent weapons required wars, and their whole thing was use global economy as a silent weapon and to collapse all the governments and everything. And it's a book, and they had the Rockefellers donated the Harvard studies, and there's a guy, an economist called Leontief Wasley, Studies of the Structure of the American Economy. And I only seen a few books, and the shit is expensive, like $900. You know what I mean?
Like the elder brothers, this system, all systems except one system, which is under Yahweh Shai, is made to collapse.
Yeah.
All these societies, like the statue, what hit the iron and clay, the stone, that great stone is Yahweh Shai. So this whole thing was made to be destroyed. Yahweh Shai is an equal opportunist. He let the Babylonians, the Persians and Medes, the Greeks, the Grecians, and then the Romans, and then now the last hoorah, which is mixed, which is iron and clay, which is it's weak. The whole system is weak. It's made to be destroyed. I got to preach up. And Daniel chapter 7, verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. And that's what we're preparing for. What we do right now, we orchestrating our king to come in with the name of Yahweh Shai, the Daniel Ray. Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. That's what it's leading up to. And those that survive this, those men, those that survive this, we're gonna be joint heirs with the king. His name is Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. You're gonna have to, if you had a problem, you're gonna have to recognize Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You're gonna have to recognize Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You don't recognize Yahweh Shai when he was given the blueprint to create this realm. Yahweh Shah was given a blueprint to create the realm. This realm. The realm, before you even put the stars and everything, you put the realm here, then everything else. You know?
Yep.
Yahweh Shah was forming the spirits. The angels and the spirits.
This is Colossians chapter 1, verse 12. Giving thanks unto the Father, which had made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light.
The White Yabashim Shah for giving us this opportunity. That what we're doing, what was bestowed upon us who knew we were going to be doing this, but thank the Wadi Yabashim Shah for this opportunity. Because what we be doing right now, we've been preserved, man, from this world, bro. Read that again.
Colossians chapter 1, verse 12.
Yeah.
Giving thanks unto the Father, which had made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, who had delivered us from the power of darkness and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son.
We deliver us from the power of darkness, man. This world.
Yeah, because isn't the law a lamp? The law is a lamp, right?
Yeah.
This guides us, right?
Yeah.
The whole world is in darkness, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Esau, you can tell Esau's a devil because on the left-hand side, he says he's the light and this is the darkness.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, that Masonic and that Masonic
Say that
shit.
again,
And Esau's witchcraft, the so-called enlightened ones on the left-hand side, they say they're the enlightened ones, and this is darkness.
Yeah.
Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is darkness.
Two realms are fighting each other.
You know what I mean?
We had war.
One of our initiation ceremonies was they asked one guy, would you denounce the Bible and toss it? One guy said he would never do that. He said, good choice. The other guy said, yeah. The guy that said, yeah, he elevated high in the 33rd,
Yeah. Wow.
and the other one didn't.
Yeah.
They both left out the two doors, but the other one moved up in the ranks.
Shit is all stupid.
Yeah.
I know, fucking fools.
I know they're fools, but
Because if you doing all that satanic shit, not knowing that ultimately both sides want to control it. Yeah, both sides. They don't get that. You know, they think that they worshiping some secret higher demon. They're idiots, man. What it says in the book of, I think Ecclesiastes, that's the 11th chapter, the fear of the Lord surpasses all things for illumination. So, it also says the knowledge of wickedness is not light. So, I mean, Anton LaVey, Lester Crowley, they're all fucking idiots, man.
John Todd, he came out of there and he disappeared.
He swapped one demon for another demon.
Yeah.
They call on Jesus Christ and shit. But a lot of them do that. A lot of them, the most I'll have to get in there and then flip the so-called Jesus just so they could blur out the, the secrets and shit.
Yeah.
That's a waste of time, man.
Colossians 1 and 14, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
That's what happened. Through the redemption of Yahweh Shah's blood. That's the him. Read that part again.
In whom we have redemption
In
through his
whom?
blood.
The whom is Yahweh Shah. Redemption through his blood, man. That name had to be emphasized, man. And that's how you kiss the son. You know?
Even the forgiveness of sins.
Forgiveness of sins, man. Because it tells when he was born, right before he was born, the angel came to his father and said, to his mother, he said, this is going to be the one that's going to get his people out of their sins. You know?
For by him were all things created that are in heaven.
That's the part. Everything, all the worlds were created by him. Everything you can see right now. Even though Shaitan came to him, trying to convince him about the world he created. Yeah. That's like
that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
What principalities are demons? It was made for him. It was made for him to rule over. Okay? Everything was under him.
For he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
He was before all things. Yahweh made Yahushua. Yahushua made everything else. All the angels was made by him to help recreate what you see on the left hand side and the right hand side. That was it.
Okay. Second Corinthians 4 verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not.
That's why we received this ministry, man. Read that again.
Yep. 2 Corinthians 4:1.
Yeah.
Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not.
We faint not. We receive mercy, man. That's why we got to stand in this. We got to stand firm in this, man. What else you got? CMB, we all we got. And it's true, man. It's true, bro. Yeah.
But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty.
We renounce this world, bro. Dishonesty, man. That's what's keeping us alive here, bro. Renouncing this world, keep pushing, keep like the great words of our apostle Car. Keep pushing this truth. Renounce this world, man. This world ain't got nothing for you. Yo, what proof is right now, 2025, you Negroes, Hispanics, Americans, y'all getting treated the same. You thought we were separate? No. They tried that back in the 80s. Now they got the Hispanic speaking tribes. Now they just went to Chicago and got you Negroes, took your babies with zip ties on. And they said, fuck your babies. We don't.
Not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully.
We're not handling this. We're not working in craftiness. We're not dealing with witchcraft, things of this world. We're not holding this world deceitfully. We're not. This word is precious, man. This is what sustained us. We know we gotta do it to the best of our ability. We know we ain't gonna be perfect at it, but to the best of our, we know the laws that we can apply to our life. We don't.
But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High.
And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be examples out here, man. If somebody come to us and say, what's that verse? Said, what is your hope? That verse. Can you explain? Somebody said it wrong. Can you explain your hope in this truth? Something that would affect. We don't.
Verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Yeah, and you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're lost to the God of this world. They jacked you up, man. They and then you love it so much, with that word Stockholm syndrome. It's you're taking on homosexuality, lesbians, you're tree humpers. You're doing anything of this world. Okay, now look at you. You took on the customs, and then when somebody look at you, you're a part of this world. You took on the traits of Ashashua, of the so-called white man. He's the killer. He told you to take blocks. He takes countries. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, read that before.
This is
Before you, because this is our hope, man. That we get saved. We hoping to be saved out of this damn place, away from you people, bro. We sick of this place, man. We know we gotta go to work. We know we gotta take care of our family. What you think we doing? This our first love. This is our first duty. Yeah.
right. I think this is okay. This 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 24. And the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, and to teach, patient, and meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves, if Yahweh pre-adventure will give them repentance to the acknowledging of the truth, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will. I don't think that's it. It's some
reason of your hope, right?
it's something like
Yeah, fine, yeah.
2 Corinthians 4, verse 4. In whom the Most High, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Yeah, read that again.
2 Corinthians 4, verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of
Who's
them
the God of this world? So-called white man. And who he follows? Satan. He's doing the will of Satan. The God of this world is Ashash, so-called white man. He got you all running amok. Now he's running down on you. After you did all his bidding, now he got your ass. Especially you Negro women. You the pit bull for him. And right now it's clear of that first scene in Handmaid's Tale, the old one. When they was in that van, all you see is Negro women. You see children in there, they going right into a concentration camp. And it's clear now what's about to happen. Something that always jumped in my mind, I always go back and I didn't even watch the whole movie. I just watched that first scene. I said, this looks like what they're gonna do to us. You be in prison for 10 days. Because they're going, if you give in, you're gonna take the sea hip. That's it. If you give in, you're gonna take the sea hip. If you don't give it, they're gonna behead you and you're gonna get the crown of life.
Yeah, we don't. Let me finish. Yeah, Second Chronicles 4 verse 4. I'm sorry, excuse me. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4. Yeah. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
You blind. Yeah, bro.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto you.
Yeah, you've been blind to this world, and the truth is not shining on you. Because you know why it's not shining on you? Because we don't see a whole bunch of people in front of us. Which the internet is doing the heavy lifting. This internet is doing the heavy lifting. So what we doing? We standing firm. If the hopeful elect get risen up, woken up to this truth, through the men of the Lord, from the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, that's what happened. That's what happened to us. That's why we out here. We heard the truth, and we went into the apostles didn't tell you to take their word and say, go into and study it. You know? Study what I'm talking about. And that's what we did. And we got terrified by Yahweh Shemel Shah. And he said, that verse is matter of fact, read that first verse. Read this, Peter.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your hearts. Be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
That's why sanctify yourself to Yahweh Shemel Shah. So if anybody do come to you, why are you really doing this? Did somebody force you to do it? No. We're hoping to get up out of this mess, man. We're hoping to be preserved out of this, man. We're being preserved, we're hoping to be saved. Because we've been preserved. The Lord gave us grace. Now we want to be saved, man. We're doing this for a crown of life. Because that's what Yahweh Shah said. Yahweh Shah said that personally. Revelation, right? Revelation, I know that working. Revelation 3. He said, he'll give you a crown of life. He just read that. 3 and 9. 2 and 9.
2 and 10?
Yeah, 2 and 10. 2 and 10. Yeah. So that's what's happening. We're doing this for that crown of life, man. That's the payment. That one penny, it speaks of, it gives us different phrases, the one penny, the crown of life, the diadem. All right? That we want to be preserved from this perilous time. Now, read that verse again, brother.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your hearts.
Sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your heart, in your mind, from everything else. Separate yourself. Put Yahweh Shemel Shah first. Okay?
Be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
Yeah, meekness and fear. Anybody come ask you about it, you better give them an answer. And you better tell them, especially a Negro, Hispanic, and everything, because the spirit bears witness with our spirit. And then if somebody come up and look at the sign, oh, I'm on the sign, that's me right there, I'm a Dominican. They don't understand what's the other word. What's the word over there? Simeon. You know? So this is what's happening. We are taking, and then we explain what's happening here. And we tell you people, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which you may be known as, to get your act together. In comforting words. You know, it might be harsh. Oh, why are you speaking like that about the white man? Why you worry about the white man? He ain't worried about you. Now point proven, he ain't worried about you. He's up in your apartment complex where you paying rent at. when you live in check to check at. So you better have hope and fear Yahweh Shemel Shah, because Yahweh Shemel Shah is sending these other Esau after, and he's the sword. All the book of Judges tell you exactly what's going down. When we don't obey, what happens? The Lord sent the other nations after us.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, and verse 8. It says, "Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces."
And that's what's happening out here. We're strong against this world. That's what we're standing out. We ain't worried about what you're gonna do to us. What you gonna do? You know? What you gonna do? What you gonna do to us?
Ezekiel chapter 3. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
Oh. Read it again, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
And that's what's happening. The Lord has made us strong out here. We're not fearing you people, bro. We only fear Yahweh Shemel Shah. If we don't do his duties, he gonna send you after us anyway. So we rather you come after us for doing the will of Yahweh Shemel Shah. The scripture speaks about the world hating us for his sake. We rather have that hate. What else is there to have? Oh, you our boss see us take the job, take the goddamn job. The Lord gonna provide for those that are doing his will. It already happened tons of times. Those men that stood stiffly at doing this and shit happened. You did that with the Florida Nightingale juice. Took people jobs. And then later on the Lord gave back people jobs and gave retro checks. Read on.
And thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
So we're standing firm in this. So you come as you are. Come. You're gonna come anyway. So if we doing this for Yahweh Shemel Shah, and when this society collapses, you're gonna blame it on us anyway. Y'all was out there prophesying this. Y'all was talking about y'all prophet, and look at it, we ain't got no sandwiches. We can't get no chitlin. They gonna all this shit gonna be that's what they gonna be saying, right? They gonna be saying this, bro. They gonna be looking at us crazy.
The family damn sure will be saying that.
Yeah, you did this. You changed the society. Fuck it, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, as adamant harder than flint.
Go fast. When that time comes,
Yeah.
when that time comes, we're gonna realize exactly who the people that knew we was teaching all wrong.
Yeah.
Trust me, we not able to know what we do.
Yeah.
But they never said nothing to us.
Yeah.
And when that time comes, we were in a Bible guard.
Yeah.
Tell me, you know?
Rightfully so. We need that, man. We need all this action to happen. And then when it happens, you're gonna know a prophet has been among you. You know? Okay, come.
It says, and as an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead.
And yo, man, I done seen some, times being on the highway, seeing fire, I seen guns being, I was in foot, they pulled the gun, I'm looking at him like, oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Because if I die on the battlefield for Yahweh Shemel Shah, he gonna give me a crown of life. And you just mad because you've been cut with the scriptures. This is a two-edged sword, so we can cut ourselves. This is why we fear Yahweh Shemel Shah to keep us focused on what he wants, what they want, Yahweh El Shah want. Because they want the court, and we gotta want the court with them. Yeah, bro.
It says, neither be dismayed at their looks.
We don't care how you look. Come roll. A bunch of you talking shit. Oh, yo, you ain't nothing. Well, you know what? We're little worms for Yahweh Shemel Shah. So you're right, we ain't nothing. We're fools for Yahweh Shemel Shah, not you. What do you? We see that you ain't about this truth. That's why you saying these things. Looking how you look, being dismayed. We ain't dismayed at you. We don't care, man. Yeah, bro.
though they be a rebellious house.
You, in a rebellious house, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. It's gonna be y'all. Because y'all love Ashash, Esau, the so-called white man so much that you're gonna say, that's our brother too. Isn't he Esau? Don't they twins? They got two different spirits. And they ain't made to be straight. They crooked. They crooked back to people, bro. Oh, we have something else, right?
Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 30. No, Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
It will come. It's going to happen, man. And it's going to be the best thing in our life, man. We don't care about what you're saying, man. What's going to happen is we need to happen, man. It's the only way out. The scripture says, through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom. This keep back to verses that should build, that should be faith boosters. Read it again, brother.
Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33.
Yeah.
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
Yep.
Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
And you know a prophet has been amongst you. Look at all the things that have occurred. Everybody that went up against the apostles, something happened to them. Should we name names? What's that guy name? Rapper News. The other one, huh? Alizar. Panini. You out of here. You got 7 years for slandering the name, slandering the apostles' name and the brothers. Talking about how we doing shit to young women. When the scripture says you're not supposed to mess with nobody, your wife and his daughter. That's what you did. You broke the law. You know? So, Lord, talk at your ass. Got you. Got him. You out of here. You out of here. Shalom. Okay, brother. That was it? Yeah, you see that.
Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will gather them, I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee.
That's in this time right now. It's been unraveled. Everything that was done to us is coming back, and it's going to be 100-fold, but it's gradually coming. And then what's going to happen? The Lord is going to give praise to us, fame. If you stand stiffly in this, that means you're the one. It's about being it's about being the ones. You don't let it go. Oh, what about everybody? It's about being the ones. Because it says in Daniel that you're going to be a pillar. He's going to give you praise to the ones that stood stiffly, and the ones that ministered. Okay, brother.
And I will save her that halted,
Yeah.
and gather her that was driven out.
Yeah, we was scattered. Now he's gathering us. Hey, the house of David is being built. You know, back in the time when the apostles was coming in, they had the house of David. They had certain names. And, you know, Barak and them, they had the name of the house of David. That's not the house of David. The house of David is on the Greatmillstone. It's accurate. You know, we got like-minded men that's doing the will, Yahweh Shemel Shah. We're not going to say all of us are the ones, but through the Spirit, it started with our apostles. They got all the information from their elders, and they stood firm in it. It's not changing up. They ain't waver. They ain't say, oh, you said we rapists. We rapists? No, we're not. But we don't have to be. Because when we get famous, which makes logical sense, Isaiah chapter 3, that he said, one woman will hold on. Did I say that right? The women will hold, one woman. Yeah. He said one woman will hold. Yeah.
And gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Yeah, we're gonna get praise and fame, man. The women and everybody trust it's gonna happen on this side. All those they're gonna cleave on to us. The women gonna be coming to us. We ain't gonna have to chase you. You're gonna know who the man of the Lord is. Because the Lord is gonna be protecting them in that time. That hegemon is gonna be around them. Those women gonna say, you know what, we're gonna wear our clothes. But what are you supposed to wear? We're going to wear a dress. We're going to wrap our hair up. We're not gonna be out here talking no shit. You ain't gonna run your mouth no more. That was it. That was what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, read that real fast.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
7 women is a number of completion. You don't know how many women you're gonna be. And they're gonna be right under you like this. Oh, I should have never, you know. You're gonna have to get in line. Because we're gonna pick the finest ones, the more obedient ones, and then give it, they didn't run their chapel. The one that's been sitting on the cut right now, listening. Not putting verses up. I'm talking shit, whatever you're doing on the sideline. Okay, brother.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because we're gonna be famous. You're gonna know who the man of the Lord. I'm about to sign one of those men, like-minded brothers here too. We those men, they're gonna cleave on to us. We're gonna have whatever Yahweh Shemashah requires to have. We're gonna have it, and we're gonna be preserved to that perilous time, because perilous time is coming, and it's going to the righteous is scarcely gonna be saved. Scarcely gonna be saved. All right, okay, brother.
To take away our reproach.
Yeah, you're gonna want all the shit that you was going to be taken away.
Got something.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
You're gonna be precious. Those men, they're gonna be the Yahweh Shemashah's jewelry. You're gonna wear them with honor. We're gonna be the ones. We're gonna be the ones, man. That's what we're looking for. Why do you think we're doing this? Stand still. We don't give a shit about what you said. We don't care if you come for us. We're expecting you to come for us. Because the scripture says you're gonna come for us. Yahweh Shah says you're gonna come for us. You're gonna come for us. You're gonna hate us because of his namesake, not for what we're doing. Because if we're the man of the Lord, we're gonna do his will. That was one that.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Yeah, and King Yahushua and princes will rule in judgment. We're going to rule with Yahushua. We're going to be joint heirs. Did you see this happen? No. But look at 20 years later, 15, 20, 30 years later, you can imagine how Apostle Hall feel. Everything is happening. And then you gotta give up worldly things. You can't drink what you knew when you first got into drink, sit down with brothers and drinking, Now you gotta be mindful of how you treat yourself. Because we gotta learn how to be in combat. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know how it's gonna go down. So we gotta get prepared in all ways, especially dealing with the society, because these motherfuckers, they come. We might have to run through the hood. We don't know how it's gonna go, but it's gonna happen. Something's about to go down. We can feel it in the air. Okay, bro.
And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Hey, read that again one more time. That part.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind.
Hey, I don't know if brother saw the video. It was a Mexican girl. She said she had a dream and she was running from the military. Okay? She was running from the military. Those ICE dudes, she's out right now. They're out running up in neighborhoods. She was running from the military and she ran in a barn. They had a trap. And she said a Greatmillstone man beat up the military in her dream. That could have been a vision. They're gonna be coming, and then she's gonna probably be that man's little concubine, little thing on the side. We gotta get
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Yeah, in a weary land. Because this place is going to be chaotic here.
Think about a shadow of a rock in a weary land. Why would a person go into the shadow? Because you can live from the heat.
Yeah.
A covert from the storm. Some source of protection.
Yeah.
protect you from the storm. Shadow of a rock in a weary land. It's hot. It's the first thing you keep going to the shade.
Yep.
If you're in the shade right from the sun, you're gonna move on the sun and you're gonna go into the shade.
Yep.
So a man's gonna be like a protection.
Yeah,
to a
that's
woman
right.
out there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a righteous man. You know? Because that wind is the military, they coming around. They coming. They sharpening their sword right now. They firm.
Also, for a man's gonna be scarce.
Yeah. Rare.
Not only is a righteous man of the Lord, gonna have protection for a certain select woman, but it's also gonna be scarce, just like a rock in a weary land. So you need to break it down before you got your vision. Before you can bring your vision, you break it down.
Because it's happening. All these things is leading up to all these tribulations is coming. And we're looking forward to it because this is what we're bracing ourselves. That's why we out here. Brace yourself for what's about to come. Sorry,
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, and ye shall be hungry.
You're gonna eat. The man of the Lord is gonna eat, and you're gonna be hungry. Because you didn't want to do what the world of Yahweh shot anyway. You was making fun of us. You wear dresses. You wear this. You got a curtain. You cut your curtain up, and then you ain't gonna eat. Yahweh shot's not gonna feed you. It may sound funny, but this is reality. Shit is happening now. Read on, brother.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
You're gonna be thirsty, man. The servants of Yahweh Shah is gonna drink, gonna eat. They ain't gonna eat no swine. They ain't gonna eat no catfish. They ain't gonna be eating no shrimp and shit. They gonna eat fine, the good. They gonna eat good. You're gonna be the Abraham the one gonna eat good. You're gonna eat the fine. Those that storing up that food right now, that's gonna be the men of the Lord.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you should be ashamed.
You're gonna be ashamed of yourself. All your shame is gonna show. But the Lord's men is gonna be rejoicing because we're gonna be protected by him, man. We need protection. We're not doing this for our vain glory. We're doing it for Yahweh Shemel Shah's glory. He's gonna give us a crown of life, and we the ones.
That's all.
That's it.
That's a particular topic.
Let's go back into that. You got something else? Because we need this to happen. We're striving for perfection. Practice makes perfect. That's why we're out here. We're perfecting the saints. We're waking up the saints.
Isaiah 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
That's what we do. The burden of Babylon, man. We out here, we lift up the banner. This truth, man. All right? These words in this book. We telling you what's going to happen. All right?
Exhort the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
That's right, and we're doing that. The nobles is the elites. Okay? We're telling you which we have to write to. The internet is yours. It ain't ours. You try. I remember those years when you tried every day to cut our accounts, man. That's how you know you run the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember them Chinese group that was going around?
Yeah.
Deleting everybody's videos?
Yeah.
So Moab, you guilty too.
Yeah. There was a Chinese group that was going around taking on our channel. It was cold.
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck was their name? You put the best number, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they out there, man. See? You've been chasing us down. Oh, remember the lady that was in charge of YouTube? Her and her son.
Oh, yeah. That bitch dropped that.
She was like a ringleader at that shit. Mm-hmm. So much happened that it's overwhelmed. You kept coming with this shit.
It's like a flood.
Yeah. It's amazing.
The levees broke.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing how we at now in this truth. Because you tried to stop it, you tried to hinder the truth, but then after, you say, you know what? The floodgates is overwhelmed. It's global. Remember the guy, he said, that knew the apostle said, GMS, Greatmillstone went global. Not only Greatmillstone, Nathaniel Ray, they global. Israelite thing is trendy. I can use that word. It's trendy. It's like everybody knows about it, and it's not. I remember those days, man. They was talking. They was on the comment board was flooded. It was so flooded. The next thing you know, the count's down. One video goes up over 2,000. Now it's mostly bots, but they can't really say nothing.
But now they trying to they're putting our channels back.
Yeah,
They bringing it back.
I seen that.
You know?
I wish they didn't give me my old channel.
Yeah, right. I was like, where my shit at?
Where my shit at? Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
Isaiah 13:3.
Yeah.
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
The angels, right?
I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
No, the angels, the mighty ones, the angels. Like the sanctified ones is the prophets. So like,
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
yeah, and we rejoicing in Yahweh Shemashah Highness.
The angels too.
Yeah, the angels too. They lay inquiring what we do. They look at, oh man, look at that one. Man, they watching us behind, bro. They watching us, bro. They holding us down. I be thinking, I be seeing, bro, the angels is out there, man. We be going through it, man. I be going through it, bro. And it be that one moment, I be like, man, something just happened to me just a couple of weeks, like last week. I was like, man, really? All right, so water for that one because I needed that. Yeah, brother. Read again from the top, so like.
Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones.
Yep.
I
And
have,
we sanctified. Go ahead.
I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
The angels, mighty ones, man. They protecting the sanctified ones. Go ahead.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
And we're rejoicing in this, man. We global, bro. I was just talking to the brother in UK. I was on his page. You know? And they out here prophesying the same thing. They taught well. They've been taught well by the apostles. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. These men ain't regular men. These are spiritual men. These are the same prophets of back then. And it's back now. You may look at them funny, oh, this guy's, you know, you trying to judge by the flesh, but you ain't thinking about that spirit. That spirit is something else. And if you're spiritual, you can see that. Yeah, brother.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains,
Yeah.
like as of a great people,
Yeah.
a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
That's war. That's about to happen. It's Joel, third chapter. That's going to be happening down in the Euphrates, Jehoshaphat, Euphrates. It's drying up. Let's get ready. That's the spot.
It's dry up already.
Oh, it's dry. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Hey, so that prophecy came to pass.
yeah, it's ready over there.
The river Euphrates have
Yeah.
dried up. And it's said to make way for the kings of the east,
Yeah.
going into Russia, China, and all the military that's going to cross that dry land.
And it just makes logical sense. It's gonna have to leave who's gonna run to see him. So that's why they're going down there. It's gotta be some going to trigger that, and they're gonna be down there, and it's gonna be those bodies all over the place.
Yeah.
And you Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans, they're gonna haul you over there. That's why they set up the draft.
This battle is for global dominance.
Yeah,
You know,
global dominance.
in their minds, whoever come out on top is the next rulers.
That's right.
So that, you know, all these nations' military are going to put in their full arsenal.
Yeah.
They're going to show you shit you ain't never seen before. Because now is the time when they're trying to solidify themselves as the new ruler or the new empire of Earth. A lot of people suspecting it could be China, but hey, that's why the scriptures say, "Why leap ye high hills?"
Yeah.
You know, the next nation to rule is the nation of Israel.
Right.
You know, it ain't gonna be nobody else but us.
That's why Yahweh Shai is going to be the one that's going to lead the charge. He's going to, y'all, never read that, but I'm sorry.
Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Let all the men of war draw near for that war that's going to be in the Euphrates. A nice, in the Middle East. A nice place where everything's going to go down. The go down is going to go down. It's going to be glorious, man. Yeah, bro.
It says prepare war. Wake up all the mighty men.
Wake up all the mighty, the military, all you military. No? We're going to Ezekiel chapter 37, right? What's that? 37, right? 38. 38. Can you get that book? Yeah, something. Yeah, we don't.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
Draw near. Get together. Come on, down right over there in the Middle East. We need y'all to go over there. We need this war, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, why you want to see bloodshed? Because we're gonna get the fuck away from you, bro. We're gonna get out of here, man. Okay.
Let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Because you ain't no more agriculture. Agriculture. Yeah, ain't gonna be no more farming and building up all your households. You're gonna build up. Get that, get it?
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Make guns, make grenades, make bombs, weapons. Go ahead.
Yeah, less money to fund society and put towards military upgrades. Like an arms race, military technology, advancing nuclear missile capabilities. That's where the funding of the budget is going. Yeah, primarily. Instead of like infrastructure, roads, they're taking less money, putting it in, and putting it towards military.
Why do y'all shout out for that? Because that's a clear indication that we've been on the right path.
They're gearing for something.
Yeah, they're gearing up. And we are watching. Right now we're in observation mode. Got all the prophecies been broken, all the scriptures been broken down. So now if you don't forget, you're gonna brush up, you go type on a topic, it's right on YouTube. They try to get rid of everything, but that's why the apostle said the repetition is the key of father skills. It's right there. All right, we don't, brother.
It says, let the weak say I am strong.
Yeah, let the weak say I'm strong. The other nations. Now they poking their chest out to you, America. You know? Yeah. Why? Because they got awesome. They got nuclear missiles. Okay, brother. Let the weak say I'm strong. We want you to say you're strong, man. We ready. We ready, man. Thank you, man. It's an exciting time, man. Okay, brother.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah, cause the angels to come down. Right. That's when they all out there busting their ass, blood, guts all over the place, right? And Yahweh Shah gonna send it. He's gonna come with the angels. That goes into what's that? Second Ezra, right?
Second Ezra 13.
Yeah. You wanna get that? We can have something else, right? We got. Oh yeah, get that one first. Finish with that? Yeah, that was it, right?
I got like 2 more.
All right, 2 more verses.
It says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there would I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's what Yahweh Shah is about to set up the great alley-oop. Alright? You're gonna bring the mighty ones in with him, and you're gonna be over there fighting each other, and then what's gonna happen? Now if you go put that one, get the second Ezra, get that one. He's gonna be over there and he's gonna come crack the heavens sign at her. And you say Yahweh Shah is gonna crack the heavens. You're gonna wait for a sky god. What else gonna get you out of this shit, man? What else gonna get you out of this? And you're gonna need a divine intervention. Because when they start kicking you, they already ran down Chicago, they kicking in doors, they zip tying babies. Okay, brother. That was it.
Hey, and that goes into the cruel Lord, man.
Cruel Lord.
I should shut up a cruel Lord that should rule over Egypt, and that's Trump, man.
That's right.
What he's doing is cruel. He's separating families, and a lot of them ICE agents, they're shackling up Jake and throwing them off the airplanes, man. There's been reports about bodies dropping out the skies, shackled together, man. Their hands and feet shackled. So, this man Trump, man, he's a dynamic devil.
Yep.
That's what he is, man.
And that's what you get for voting for him. Because you Hispanic tribes is all looking for him, and then you Negro women all. That lady's like, I can't believe this is a tragedy. It was a tragedy. It was, I don't know why. Well, you know what? You fucked up. Why is it? I'm sorry.
No. Vote. I mean, you people are simple. Voting doesn't. Your vote doesn't mean anything. You know, we learned that in school.
Yeah.
That it's electoral colleges that determine who's the next president, not the actual vote. We don't live in a democracy, which means government governed by the people. They go in the Senate houses and vote on who's the next president, not the average people. So.
The Bohemian Grove, they choose over there anyway. If you're over there, all the presidents was over there in the Bohemian Grove. Now, up in this too, that's what we learned. We learned this. You know, those are the first thing I learned was who was the enemy. Then, which was a spiritual thing, because then the Lord revealed the truth to me. And he sent apostles last. You know? And now we look where we at, 2025, and it's undeniable. And we ain't gonna stop until these missiles come. I'll rock this out. Be the man of the Lord. Lord came by the sea.
Second Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof.
Yeah, that's your house shop.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
That's your house shop, man. He's coming back, man. Thousands of heaven, that's the angel, the mighty ones. The mighty ones is coming back, man. They're gonna crack the heaven sign, You said that, man. But that never left my mind. You bet against your king. Because you Jake too. Sometimes you Israelites, sometimes you what's the other thing you call it, subconscious? Well, you unconscious, man. Yeah. Yeah.
When he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that was seen under him.
Yeah, everything trembled because he cracked the heavens. Oh, they down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. What the heck is that? Oh shit! But wait, there's more. They out. They can see. They got those telescopes. They can see out there, man. They know what's going on out there. We the ones that they was giving a different story to. It's more things talked about chariots coming down, talking to you people than ever. Like the old man, they were black. They were standing in the doorway. He was black. He was old and shaking. When he was young, he kept a secret. When he get old, now you want to talk shit. He was black. Yeah, brother.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that was seen under him.
Yep.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Yes. That's I was shocked. Everything that came out of it, that was coming from you, y'all all trembled and was burning. It's gonna happen. Laser beam, yeah. Concentrated fire.
Like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire.
That's right. And you're gonna melt. You're gonna turn to powder. Like the movie War of the World. When Tom Cruise was running, he saw somebody get zapped, he ran through the powder. And he's like, tasted death. That was horrible, man. Go ahead, brother. Wow.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, there were gathered together a multitude of men.
That's the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right over there, in the Euphrates, dried up, ready for war, getting ready. Go ahead.
Out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Yeah, because after they're gonna kill each other and nowhere was left, they're gonna look up. What the hell? Shit! They're gonna be trembling, right? But we don't. Right.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
And that's that mountain. They think they came from the earth. No, it came from outer space. Well, the other dimension. But it's just coming. It's out there, man. And it's they always talk about something like a rock out there. It look like a rock. Yeah, brother.
It said to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Yeah. You trying to subdue the man that came out of the sea. The heavens is considered the sea too.
Shemayim.
Right? Shemayim, yep.
When I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. but I would have seen the region or place where without the hill was graven, and I could move.
Okay, and it comes from the earth. Okay? They know it's close. It's close to them.
As we've seen it, it looked like it was a mountain,
Yeah,
like carved out of the earth.
Yeah.
But he said if it was a mountain, he would have seen the place it came from. But he didn't know, he didn't see where it came from. It was actually the father's ship. Or the chariot which the Yahweh Shah was standing on.
Like, that's really dynamic. That's all pipe. That's all power right there. That's all power.
You talk about WrestleMania,
Yeah.
that was the Earth's Mania, you know? That was his grand entrance.
Ooh,
If you ever watch wrestling, WWE, WWF, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of other hosts of wrestling entertainment, they always emphasize their entrance. Well, any sport really, like boxing, you always want to make a grand entrance to show your dominance. Like, I'm here.
Here, baby.
And that's Yahweh Shai. He came in that form. So, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet does fight.
Yet does fight. They was afraid, but they, how about Shema Shai gonna make you fight? You gonna be true, but you want to go. That little P gun ain't gonna do nothing. He's floating on air.
Yeah, he said, what is that?
Yeah.
They couldn't explain.
No. Best time ever to look forward to. We about to get up out of here. I'm about to start with those men. We about to get up out of here. The hopeful elect is about to get up out of here. The elect will get up out of here. They out of here. Can't see that far? That's your business. You should have been paying attention. Like Apostle Hall said all the time, he said, miss a day, you miss a lot. So it's important to pay attention.
Verse 9. Yeah. And lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came.
You saw the violence, I'm sorry. They were down there scrambling and shooting each other guts.
No. Trying to attack him.
Oh, sorry. They were trying to get at him.
I'll read it again.
Okay.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came,
the
subject matter is
they was going after him in his return.
Right. He neither lifted up his hand nor held sword.
Because he has spiritual powers. Shoot laser beams.
Nor any instrument of war.
Yep. Okay.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Yeah, that's a laser beam. Concentrated fire.
And out of his lips a flaming breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and timbers.
Yeah. Got him. Sparks and timbers. You know, sometimes you look like a lightning bolt. That's concentrated fire, man. You know? You're gonna be turned to powder. You're gonna beat you to powder.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest.
You got that concentrated fire.
You're hitting the ground and breaking up the cement.
Yeah.
Putting holes in the earth.
Man.
Sweeping people.
Oh, like the world?
Yeah, world.
It make that sound, and it's gonna be silent, but they gotta make some type of sound effect, so you can feel it.
Turning cars to dust.
Yeah.
Said, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight.
Yeah. Right upon you. So his laser beam zapping, man. We're gonna be out of here, bro. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. We're waiting for this, patiently waiting, man. All these things that's occurring, this is what we're looking for. So we go to work, we wait, we can't knock over computers now. Get out of here, Esau, it's over. No. We civilized people. You're the one that's uncivilized, that's why you're doing what you're doing. You running in people's houses in the wee night, taking people's babies. We gonna never forget that. Even though the Jake was over there talking mess, but they only violent to themselves. They know not to be violent to you. It's a mechanism that you Jakes don't attack your real enemy. You attack yourselves. But Esau over there, they over there in the Euphrates, making that war. This is the future, but you can see it happening already. In real time, you can see this leading up to that. Esau go take countries. You on the block. doing all types of madness to each other.
Yeah, it fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
Yeah.
Burnt them up, every one, so that upon the sudden of a innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke.
There you go, that powder.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
Yeah, we terrified to be. We don't want to record that. So we hoping Yahweh shall preserve us, man. Can you imagine Ezra? He's seeing these visions. This is a vision. We're about to play it out. This was showed to him how many years ago? Yeah.
Was it Ezra's?
Yeah. That was showed to him back then.
Let me see.
Like 3,000 years ago.
I was gonna say 3,000. Yeah. So that was back then. That was a vision. Now we about to live it out. He said, "Woe is me, woe is me. Oh man, who gonna get me out of this?" He's back, and he's amongst us, and we amongst him, because we standing stiff. We doing the same thing that he saw. Sorry,
2,500 years ago.
see. That's something to see, man. And the vision was clear. It had to be clear. It's like John. He saw all the visions clear. All the prophets back then that were things revealed to him, it had to be broken down right now. Our apostles broke it down to 100%.
Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all."
That sea is the people. Boom. Done, man.
No. Just the sign. If you want to take the sign.
Yeah. I shut on the Instagram on New York.
No, that's fine.
Nah,
Okay.
That's rude. You don't walk up to people and take pictures of them, man. That's
Okay,
rude.
thank you.
Those guys. Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, it should be found no more at all."
That's right. That's the people. That great millstone. Boom. Everybody going to return his powder, man. Missiles, man. It's right around the corner, man. As we saw it 3,500 years ago. 25, yeah. We living it out. This is what we waiting for. There's no return. It doesn't. The apostle said, "Don't take your hand off the plow now. Hold on tight." The ride's about to get rocky. This is the moment the roller coaster is going to be. The roller coaster ride is always fast. It seemed dramatic. A circle here, loop here, then it's over. That's the ride. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this ride, and then it's going to be over. No. Why y'all smell shopping?
Revelations 2, verse 26. Revelations 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
That's right. Hold fast to when we come. This truth, man. Hold on to this, man. Hold tight, man. Yep. Hold fast till he comes and get us up out of here. He's the only way out, man. To get us away from these people, man. People is crazy. Hey, the brother said earlier, we're gonna be crawling the camp. Brother, Elder Zion said we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna be crawling the camp. We can't. You know, 30 years, 30 more years. Huh? Elder Zion wanted to we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna be crawling the camp. But nah, man, we gotta get out of here, bro. Man, he's got a lot of infirmities, man. We gotta get out of here, bro. We need Yahweh Shah to come back on the fathership standard, how the scripture said. We need all those things to happen.
In Revelation 2 and 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works to the end. To him will I give power over the nation.
Yeah, it's gonna be power over the nation. Oh, you thought we're just gonna be floating around somewhere vocab alone, just floating in the spirit? No, we're gonna be on flesh. We're gonna be
man. Heaven is just you just
yeah.
That's fucking stupid, bro.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
No, I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm just saying
I
like
heard-
the concept of these Christians.
We're not gonna be on earth ruling us.
Where we gonna be at? So where the earth gonna be at?
Yeah.
The scripture say the earth will abide. So the earth is gonna abide by itself forever. It's not gonna have the salt of the earth. Don't the scriptures call us the salt of the earth?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But what about right now? They had dominion over us. They've been kicking out behind for fucking since the book of Judges. These nations. They've been tearing us apart, limb by limb. Yahweh Shah tolerated, you know why? Because of our disobedience. Oh, give me Ezekiel chapter 39. It says that
Yeah. Revelation 2:26. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
He's gonna rule you with a rod of iron. And that's what we're looking forward to. We're gonna dwell in righteous. It's gonna be a righteous rulership. It's not gonna be we're not gonna be doing the shit you've done to us here. Buck breaking, eating unlawful food, got our people killing each other. While you sit back and watch, we heard you say that, you Klansmen, we ain't gotta go out there and do it and kill them no more. They going to themselves. I'm sorry.
Break it down. Rule with a rod of iron.
We're gonna rule with a rod of iron.
Break it down.
That's right.
It's a supreme, strict.
Oh yes, supreme rulership.
Strict dictatorship.
Yeah, that's right.
Like when they give an example, rule with an iron fist.
Yeah, rule with an
Does it mean that the man sits on the throne with a fist that's made of iron? No, it's symbolically speaking.
Jackson, combat.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's not talking about that. Yeah. You're gonna have that power if you want. You know what I mean? It's symbolic.
Yeah. Hey, break it down.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it means.
We're gonna have dominion.
It's a lot. It means to rule with strict severity to control people. Matter of fact, he brought that definition out. Let's get it. Rule
Rigor. Yeah.
with an iron fist. Iron fist, you see what it means, because it's synonymous, it means the same thing.
Yeah.
So it says, to rule with an iron fist means to govern or control a group of people, an organization, or a country with a harsh, strict, and often oppressive manner, showing little regard for individuals' freedom or the well-being of those being ruled.
Because it's gonna be righteous judgment.
So that means when it says rule with a rod of iron, it's symbolically speaking about being strict and oppressive in a form of rulership. Because these heathens are going to fall under the Mosaic law. And we already know there's no mercy when it comes to it.
Right.
So we're going to have to enact the judgment of the law in extreme force. That's what it means to rule with a rod of iron. Well, it's twofold. I'll read it. I'll continue on. It says, as the vessel of a potter should it be broken to shivers.
There you go. You disobey, crack your skull. Over you.
Yeah. So not only are you going to rule with a rod, a physical rule, a rod of iron, but you're going to rule with strictness.
Yeah.
It's going to seem oppressive, the way Israel's going to handle the throne.
It's gonna be a lot of
the heathens ain't going to get no break.
we're gonna be a lot of screaming.
You're going to physically have a staff or a rod of iron.
Yeah.
Decked out, made of precious metals. Might be all 22 karat gold. Because you know what I'm saying, if it was 24 karat, when you smash it, it might break. You know what I'm saying? Or bend. So you might have to mix it with like a metal like silver.
So what if it bend? You're rich. Get
Yeah,
another
you
one.
can do that. Yeah.
Serve it. Give me the other one.
Have a whole bunch of them.
You know what I'm saying? A whole closet of them shit.
You got that shit lined up for years.
You're gonna beat these soul babies with other babies.
You're gonna turn it to steel, freeze the baby, and then smash the baby with another baby. So it says a little bit more. To him will I give power over the nations.
To him, the one that the Lord gonna give they're gonna be joint heirs.
Well, it is. What scripture is that? Revelation.
Yeah.
Revelation, 2nd chapter, right?
2. Yeah, 2.
Why the church never bring that out?
Yeah.
To him will I give power over the nation. Somebody gonna have power over somebody.
Yeah.
So read that verse, read the whole thing here.
Revelations 2, verse 26. Like, he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
Him not overcoming, but he that overcoming and keeping my works to the end. What is that talking about? It's talking about them that maintain the faith all the way to the end. They maintain their faith, their belief in this truth. And Yahweh Shemel Shah, believe that Yahweh Shah, the Son of the Most High, who died for the children of Israel, so that they can be forgiven of their sins. Those that keep that until the end. Go ahead. Meaning until the Lord returns, second coming. Go ahead.
Right. To him will I give power over the nations.
So that person here with power over the nation. So those people that do that, they're gonna have power over the nation. Just remember that. Well,
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
rule them. Who's the them? They're gonna rule the nation with the rod of iron. So physically, we'll actually have a rod in our hand, a rod of iron in our hand. But that was also a representation of the strictness and severity of our reign.
That's right.
Give me Revelation 21. Start from the top. We'll go to that.
Him will I give power over the nations. You shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of the potter should it be broken to shivers.
We'll smash them up.
That's small.
Good.
Even as I received from my father.
Right. There you go. Even as the Lord received his father. Dominion. You got Revelation 21?
Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
So it said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. That doesn't mean that heaven will be completely obliterated. The earth will be completely obliterated. No. Heaven is not going to be destroyed. The earth is not going to be destroyed. But soon in the book of Ecclesiastes 1:4 it tells you the earth is the body of heaven. And we know that heavens where the Most High dwelling places are going to be destroyed. So that first heaven and the first earth is talking about the current rulership of the world. It's going to be passed away. Go ahead.
It says, and there was no more sea.
Meaning people, go on.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven.
I saw the holy city. Give me Isaiah 52:1. And somebody gets that second Maccabees and speak about the people made for the people's sake. Got that Isaiah?
Yeah. Isaiah 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
Put on
holy
thy
city.
strength, O Zion. Put on thy what?
Beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
Put on
the
thy
holy
beautiful
city.
garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. Now, can a city put on a garment? Hey, city, put the shirt on. Can't do that, go ahead.
For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Meaning all the nations. You read the neck part?
It's verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust, arise, sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
So can the city have a neck? Is that possible? Can the city have a neck? No, it's some other people. The uncircumcised and unclean are not going to no longer come up to us. Why? Because the Lord's going to deliver us from our enemies. Maccabees.
2 Maccabees chapter 5, verse 19. Nevertheless, Yahweh did not choose the people for the place's sakes, but the place for the people's sake.
Yeah, because the people are the inhabitants of the land. And the people that are the inhabitants of the Holy Land are the children of Israel. Now who's reading? Go back to Revelation 21.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned from her
So
husband.
there you go, right there. That's the city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven. Now when it say coming down out of heaven, when it say coming down out of heaven, what? Chariots. Go fast. Give me the book of Revelation 15:1. Revelation, the 15th chapter, the first verse.
Revelation 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 plagues, 7 last plagues, for in them were filled up with the wrath of the Most High.
You read it?
I'm sorry.
That's not 51.
Yeah, 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Yeah, I saw as it was a sea of glass mingled with fire. And that sea of glass is talking about the Earth's atmosphere. Now, the atmosphere consists of the mesosphere, the stratosphere, the ionosphere, the exosphere, the ozone layer. There's various different levels of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, but in totality, it's called the atmosphere. So you saw a sea of glass mingled with fire. Now, what is that sea of glass talking about? That's the firmament. That's the atmosphere that covers the earth, that surrounds the earth, protecting us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. All right? So you say you saw a sea, that's a sea of glass. It's a sea, real fast. Read the book of Genesis, the first chapter, where it speaks about the firmament being created. Start from the top.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
And the word there, God in the Hebrew is Alahayim, meaning powers.
Right.
Go ahead. So the powers created the heavens and earth. So it's Yahweh Shah and the angels. Go on.
And the earth,
We can get more scriptures on that, but it'll be it'll go into kind of like another topic. Go on.
and the earth was
Matter of
without
fact, real fast.
form.
We're in the book of the 3rd chapter, the 9th verse of Ephesians. It says he created all things by him, by Yahweh Shah.
And the earth was without
Hold on,
form.
take real fast. It should be Ephesians 3, should be Ephesians 3 and 9. It says he created all things by Yahweh Shah.
Ephesians chapter 3, verse 9.
Hey, somebody get St. John 1:1.
And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world have been hid in Yahweh, who created all things by Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
There you go. Created all things by Yahweh Shah. So if we're saying he created all things by Yahweh Shah, and we just read about the creation of Genesis 1, Genesis 1:1, then who was doing it? Yahweh Shah. But if you created all things by Yahweh Shah, it means Yahweh Shah acted it out. But it was in the order of the Most High. I get 1 John 1:1. St. John 1:1. St. John 1:1.
St. John 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
So, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. Now, when you read that in the Greek, if I had a blue, I can show you. But when you read it in the Greek, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. That word there, when it says the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, it's in the Greek it actually says the Word was a God, meaning the Word was a power. And that power was Yahweh Shah. How do we know that in the beginning? He just created all things by him in Ephesians 3:9. So now when you go back to Genesis 1:1, it gives us an understanding why the word Alahayim or powers or gods are there in Hebrew. Right? It gives us an understanding. If you created all things by Yahweh Shah, obviously he was the chief of the Alahayim. And if it says the word was a God, he was a power among those powers that created everything. Now get back to Genesis, the 1st chapter.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God.
Now when you read that in the Greek in Genesis, in St. John 1:1, you gotta actually read the Greek. When you look it up in the definition, it ain't gonna tell you it's good. You gotta actually read the Greek characters itself and break it down, and you'll see that it says in Greek writing a power, a God. Go ahead.
That's right. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void.
Stop. So the earth was without form and void. In other words, the elements which make up the earth existed, but they was without form. It was void. It was emptiness. So all the elements that made the earth existed at that time, but they were not yet to combine to make the earth as we know it. Because the earth has a lot of different elements in it. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
And the earth was without form and void.
and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
So it's pure black. And it said, it says, in the beginning of powers created the heavens and the earth. You mentioned waters?
No.
You mentioned waters yet?
Not yet.
Keep reading.
And the
Father
earth
said.
was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Pitch black.
And the spirits of Yahweh of God,
Read it verbatim.
and the spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
That's how it's shine angels moved upon the face of the waters. Meaning throughout deep space. Waters may be what? Hydrogen and oxygen. What is it? 1 part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen? Which those, H2O. Which those elements exist in space, but they're not combined to make water as we know it. You got hydrogen and oxygen around us right now. So they moved upon the face of the waters. And you also got to remember, waters in the ancient world symbolically represent creation. Why? Because you come out of your mother's water. Out of water, you have different animals. Ancient civilizations, many other civilizations live near the water. Water you could travel. Water you could survive, and agriculture. Agriculture and travel and commerce. Okay, so water is associated with creation. So they move upon the face of the water. Go on.
And the spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Mm-hmm.
And God said, "Let there be light."
Go on.
And
There was light, so light was created. Go on.
And there was light.
See, how shall I said there be light? They created light. Go ahead. And light was created.
And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the
And the
light.
powers. That word there is powers. Yeah, the word there, God is in the Most High. How will appear to the second chapter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And God saw the light that it was good.
Go on.
And God divided the light from the darkness.
Go on.
And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and
Oh, wait a minute, brother. Hold on. You said powers is there. Why saying he? Because somebody how was shy, dickhead. Stupid. Hey, man.
And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day.
Read a little faster, bro.
That's enough. And God said, "Let there be firmament." And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters."
So let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. So in the midst of space, nothingness, let there be a firmament. Go ahead.
Yep. I believe that's 3 parts oxygen, creating the firmament. The ozone layer.
What's, you mean what it's made up of?
Yeah.
Look it up.
And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the
I think
waters."
it is, if I'm not mistaken. I think I looked it up one time. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. So you got a firmament there. Go ahead.
The ozone layer is made of ozone, O3, a gas composed of 3 oxygen
That's why it's called. That's why it's called ozone. Is this so? Read that one more time.
The ozone layer is made of ozone, O3, a gas composed of 3 oxygen atoms.
That's why it's called ozone. 3 O's or oxygen atoms. His name just ain't there for no reason. Go ahead. What else you got there?
It said it forms naturally in the stratosphere when solar ultraviolet.
No, it ain't. Most High did that. See how these fucking crackers doing it? Oh, it's natural. Goddamn bastards. Always making some shit up. Do that again, man. That's how you fucking devils, man.
It forms in the Most High.
Yeah, that's right.
Creates in the stratosphere when solar ultraviolet radiation splits oxygen molecules O2, and these individual oxygen atoms then combine with other oxygen molecules to create ozone.
Now here's what I want you to do. Type in layers to the stratosphere, right? Type in layers of the atmosphere. I ain't looked that up in a minute.
I learned that in trade school.
Oh yeah, the three O's?
Yeah, it's part of the getting the EPA as the HVAC tank.
Yeah. remember
tell you the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You have to learn.
But I remember years ago I looked that up. I think is it like 03 or the next one?
It's O and then 3
Three,
underneath.
right? Yeah, okay. I remember looking that up. Yeah, O and 3 underneath.
3 parts oxygen.
Yeah. That's like they call it an exponent, right? Is that what they call it?
I'm not
But
sure.
that's something else. Well, exponent is like two with a small 2 over. That's exponent, yeah. Hey, maybe it's school to help you a little bit. Yeah, brother.
It says Earth's atmosphere has 5 main layers arranged from the surface upward. The troposphere, where weather occurs, the stratosphere, home to the ozone layer, the mesosphere, where meteors burn up, the thermosphere, which absorbs high energy radiation and where the International Space Station orbits, and the exosphere, the outermost layer of the gradually fades into space.
So they basically summed it up to 5. Okay? Even though it's actually more. So you saw these motherfuckers don't know shit, man. Crackers, devils, bastards. So yeah, go back to Genesis.
It says, Genesis chapter 1 verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the water from the waters.
So separate the waters from the deep space that's within the firmament to the waters of deep space that's outside of it. So just imagine just the ozone layer, Lord, nothing inside of it and nothing out yet, because remember the sun and the moon moving around there. Okay? So now that we got that, and then eventually the earth was put inside of it. So now that we got that understood, can somebody go back to Genesis 15 and 1?
That's heavy. That's heavy.
You know?
They created within it, expanded out.
Exactly.
But like how you would build a city, start,
Right.
and then you expand out.
Yep. So, all right, boom, this is the boundary. Now everything will be inside of it. What you gonna do? Just create the earth and there he is. Ah! Just die? You have to create the protection first. Don't before you doing construction. Don't you gotta protect the floor before you come in there working?
Whatever is valuable, you gotta protect
You
it.
gotta protect it. You gotta put the plastic down. You gotta put that
Corex,
that brown paper coat,
masonite,
masonite, all of that.
Ram board,
If
plywood,
you're working in the school, you gotta cover the projector with the plastic. You gotta cover the tables before you even start the work. 15, Revelation. Whoever got it.
Revelation chapter 1.
Now you have Revelation 15, yeah. Revelation 15 chapter, the first verse.
Revelation chapter 15. You want me to start that again? Revelation chapter 15 verse 1. Revelation chapter 15 verse 2. And I saw as it was a sea of glass mingled with fire. And
That's the sea of glass, the firmament. Go ahead. But it's mingled with fire. Why? Because the destruction was going on.
That's right.
So for John to have seen the sea of glass, so for John to have seen the sea of glass mingled with fire, he had to have been above it. So he was already in the chariot.
Yeah.
Go on.
And I saw as it was a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image.
That's the elect.
That's right.
So that's the point I wanted to get. The sea of glass mingled with fire. So now we got that understood. Now let's go to Revelation 21. When you gonna throw that? Read that verse again.
Revelation chapter 21 verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
Didn't John just say, so then they got victory over the beast? Ain't that the same thing as the holy city?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Coming down out of heaven. So, if you look at it in sequence, the 15th chapter of Revelation, John is seeing the destruction, and he's seeing them getting the victory over the beast. And now in the 21st chapter, he's seeing after the destruction. They're coming down out of heaven now. Now they're coming down. They're descending upon the earth. Right? With the spiritual powers. Yeah.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power.
And that's when we're going to reign. So what the F is vocab talking about? So what's that supposed to... See what it is and all it is? The people, they watch too many Disney movies, they watch too many movies, too many cartoons. Oh, look, he's gonna be in, like a spirit, like just floating around, like. Hey,
Doing what?
doing what?
around?
Doing what for all eternity? You mean tell me you believe in the Son of the Most High to get that? To get that? So we're gonna believe in the Lord all our lives. We're gonna, do what He say do, do what the Bible say do, just to go into heaven and be floating around like this. Like a ghost. Like Casper from the ghost. Peace. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, remember that episode of Simpsons when somebody was on drugs? It was Mr. Burns. He was all like looking like a fucking freak.
He was glowing or some shit.
Yeah,
I remember that.
some shit like that. What y'all talking about, man? You believe in any damn thing. That ain't gonna happen, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna reign over these crackers, man.
That's right.
And then,
That's why. I got some real quick. This Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
so His will gonna be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's order in the heavens, it's gonna be order on earth. See, y'all think that we just gonna die, we're gonna go to heaven. Oh, he's in heaven now. That's it. That's it, man. And the earth is gonna continue on. That's supposed to happen? You're supposed to just die, go to heaven, and just be sitting in heaven, and the earth is supposed to go on and on, wickedness and more wickedness. Something gotta happen. The Lord gotta come at some point. Oh no, that's when the rapture's gonna come.
Like it passed.
Yeah, the rapture's gonna, yeah, exactly. It's supposed to be the past already. Supposed to be. That rapture gonna come. So he's gonna take his chosen, leave, and then just leave the earth where it is. And the faggots running around, missiles going off, wars, all kinds of BS gonna be happening. It ain't gonna happen, man. We're gonna rule over you damn devils, man. We're gonna reign on the earth. You got it.
Isaiah 14.
That's what that?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
Isaiah 14 for the Lord, 14:1. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were.
When did that happen? That ain't happened yet. Right? They're gonna take them captives who captives they were. That happened already. What the hell going on in Israel now? Why they so goddamn scared everybody getting missiles?
Yeah.
Right or wrong? See what I'm saying? Come on now.
And
They
they
don't know what time it is, man.
and they shall rule over their oppressors.
And they're gonna rule over their oppressors. So guess what? We're gonna rule over you, over you devils, man. We're gonna rule over you nations. Because the king says, like, kings and priests shall reign on the earth. I think that's
Revelation 5.
yeah, it is Revelation 5. 5 and 8. Yeah, I thought it was 9. 5 and 8. I was thinking it was 9, but somewhere around there. Kings and priests shall reign on earth.
Revelation chapter 5. Revelation chapter 5, verse 9. They sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made unto us
That redeemed us out of every kindred and tongue and nation. So the children of Israel were scattered among various nations. And they were redeemed out of it. They were living. Go ahead.
and have made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
We shall reign on the earth. But this is the book of Revelation. This is the revealing. This is the end of everything. So what that was for? That's about back then. So when did the children of Israel redeemed every nation, kindred, and tongue, and reign on the earth as kings and priests? When did that happen? Because that ain't happening now. That happened during the Roman Empire? No, because the Romans is the power, right? During the Greek Empire? No, because the Greeks is the power. So guess what? It ain't happening yet. It ain't happening now. Because the kings and priests are going to reign on the earth. Where's the kings and priests in Israel now? They ain't got no damn king. They ain't got no priests. Do Benjamin Netanyahu got a beard on his face?
What beard? That's just non-existent.
I'm saying, come on, man.
They got surgically removed.
The hell out of here. Ain't a priest gonna have a beard?
Yep.
supposed to have hair on your face? Right. So obviously you know that ain't happening. Right?
Man don't got a mustache, bro.
So guess what, nigga? Guess what? Vocabulary belong. That ain't happening yet. We gonna crack you crackers up. And you an Edomite too, man. You don't like that. You an Edomite, you ain't gonna make it. The only way you gonna make it to the kingdom of heaven as a slave, man. You put a chain around your neck, man. You gonna die if you don't. You know, too. Vocab, listen, man. I hope you don't die in the destruction, man. I hope you don't die in the destruction. I want you to live, man. I want you to be in another country when destruction happens. And then you see the men of GMS coming down and take over the planet Earth. That's how it's gonna happen. I'm telling y'all. Then they say New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven. See these dickheads, these idiots, they think that it means an actual city. A golden city. Like it's gonna come down out of the sky, like on some you know that Catholic church music? And he'll come down to heaven. That's the idiots think. It never happened like that, man. It's talking about the children of Israel, so-called Israelite men, so-called black men, so-called Latino men, so-called American men, the Israelites, man. These tribes. The elect of these tribes.
Psalm chapter 149, verse 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
We got a two-edged sword in our hand and execute vengeance upon the heathen. Vengeance. Revenge. You could be killing these damn devils. You could be killing them. They ain't gonna pay for what you can keep up the stores there. They ain't gonna pay for what you did to the so-called black man, woman, and child. Of course y'all love bad.
We're gonna have physical bodies.
Yeah.
We're gonna be floating around in the spirit.
Exactly.
We're gonna have hands that's gonna hold those swords.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're gonna be two-edged sword. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be sharp on both fucking sides.
It ain't talking about no spiritual. What's about the spiritual sword of Christ? Go to Ephesians 6th chapter. That's about the sword of the spirit. No, it's an actual sword. They will execute vengeance upon you. They ain't gonna execute vengeance upon you with the Bible, man. No. You're gonna execute vengeance upon you based upon what's said in the Bible with the actual swords. Crack you fucking devils up, man. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Heathen! Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
To bind their kings in chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That ain't happened yet. Benjamin Netanyahu, he gotta go into slavery. Vladimir Putin, you gotta go into slavery. I know y'all want to hear this, but sorry, Obama, you gotta go into slavery. You ain't one of us, man. You a heathen. Where's falling from again? Sudan or some shit? Kenya? You ain't one of us. You fucking heathen. Yeah. You put a chain around your neck, nigga.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
And the judgment written is that you're gonna have an iron rod cracking you into pieces. Judgment written is that you're gonna have your servants and handmaids. Judgment written is that y'all gonna look at the smart feet. Judgment written is that you're gonna devour who devoured us. Judgment written is that Joseph, house of Jacob, shall be a fire and Joseph a flame. And Israel and Esau for stubble. That's what's written.
Press them to press you.
We're gonna press them and press us. We're gonna rule over our oppressors, man. That ain't happened yet. When did that happen? Are you ruling over our oppressors? Are the so-called, they ain't talking about the so-called Jews. Oh, see, because Jews got Hollywood. They got Hollywood, brother. You don't rule over our oppressors. They ain't talking about that now. We're gonna rule over y'all. We're gonna snap your necks, right?
This ain't no
This-
movie. I think I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This honor hath all his saints.
Honor! It's an honor to kill you crackers, huh?
We'll do it with joy.
We're gonna do it with joy.
Pride.
We ain't gonna be like, sorry, you said me too. Nah. Ain't gonna happen.
And we're
We're
gonna
gonna hold
both
that, we gonna hold that sword firm in our hand, man. Like King Arthur pulled out the sword out of the stone.
What he said,
Like that myth goes, man.
one of David's mighty men, like he was so like, what's that word I'm
I
looking
think they
for?
start with a B.
Was it Benaniah? That he was He was still in the spirit from battle. That says his hand cling to his sword.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't want to let it go.
We can get that.
Yeah, let me get that real quick.
We're gonna boast in this.
You know, when that time, we're gonna be happy, man. That song gonna be glued to us, man. It's gonna be glued to our hands. Spiritual glue. It's not got crazy glue. It's gonna be spiritual glue. Not literally glue.
Yeah,
It's gonna be,
His grip is gonna be.
that grip. We're gonna have a spiritual grip of the Most High within our hand.
That's Eliezer.
And there's a scripture saying, next shall pluck them out of my hand, right? So that ain't gonna pluck that sword out of our hand. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna put that sword out of my hand.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
We gonna praise the Lord for that. When we kill you, when your blood is splattered.
2 Kings chapter 23 and 9. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David when they defeated the Philistines. They were gathered together to the battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He rose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand cleaved unto his sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil.
So he killed him so much that his hand cleaved to the sword, it said, right?
Mm-hmm. His hand cleaved to
And his
his
hand was
sword.
weary. You ever like was holding something so long, your hand was kind of hard to open up?
Yeah.
That's how it was then.
On the chipping gun.
Yeah.
You chop so much, and you done, you just, your
Yeah,
hand
like-
is still
yeah,
like, in that motion.
That's how it was with him.
Oh, give me one second. I'm gonna look it up in the NLT version. Right. So I got it real quick. So it says 2 Samuel 23 and 10. This is the GNT actually. It says, but he stood his ground and fought the Philistines until his hand was so stiff that he could not let go of his sword.
See?
Yeah.
See?
That's
Same
how much
thing.
he was killing.
His hand was so stiff. His hand was stiff. It was holding him so long, man.
It says, the Lord won a great victory that day. After it was over, the Israelites returned to where Eleazar was and stripped the armor from the dead.
Not Israelis, Israelites.
No, it said Eleazar. Oh yeah, Israel. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Guess what? You said devil led us in captivity, didn't you know? Yes. Guess what? You gotta go in captivity too. Wait a minute, hold on. And that means y'all gotta go in captivity after. No, that's the end now. That's the end now. It's your turn now. Go ahead. Your turn.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword.
Then they kill him with the sword? Right. Guess what? We gotta kill him with the sword too. Right. We gotta kill these devils.
Right. You're gonna hold this.
Y'all brothers gonna be crying when we killing these devils. No. I'm gonna say, why, Lord, you make me an Israelite? Please, why did you expose me to all this bloodshed and gore? Like I said last week with the spirit, it's gonna be gore galore. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be gore galore. Blood and guts everywhere, organs, brains, rib cages. It's gonna be a big chunk of your rib cages out. You're gonna rip all the bones in your body and make you still work. It's gonna be meat.
But wait, I'm sorry.
Like cousin boneless.
They used to put our body parts in jars and sell it to each other.
Yeah.
Right?
We ain't gonna do nothing that
Here's the
demonic.
They ain't gonna be doing that, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying that they
No.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. We patiently waiting for these things. We ain't letting go, man. We holding on to this truth. The Lord says, hold fast until you come.
Okay.
We holding stiff, like we holding this is the sword too. It's a sword too. It's a two-edged sword. So we utilizing the words.
That man go put the right
We're utilizing this truth. Alright, so we patiently waiting for y'all to shout. Come. I'll read this again for you. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So if you can hear the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, you can understand this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to understand it. If he didn't give you that power to understand.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So if you took a man from his home and brought him to another land and put him to work and beat him,
and be his children and his children's children, and killed his fathers and took his wife and did whatever you wanted with them, that deserves equal punishment.
Right. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword.
It's like I was saying before. Just like you go around shooting for no reason, you kill our people, right? You go even in how you take lands, how you go into another country and you overpower them, and if they don't agree with you, then he comes in with the sword and takes them out and put one of his in there.
That's right.
So guess what? The Lord is going to have it that something like this, exactly like what you've done, is going to be done to you.
That's right. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the patience, read that last part of it.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the patience and the faith of the saints is that we come out in the highways and byways, praying, breaking down these scriptures, waiting for Yahweh Shai, his promise, all right? And that we can be called those saints. We hope to be called those saints.
Yeah, more specifically, it's the patience that we're waiting that whoever killed to put us in slavery would feel the same.
That's right.
True that.
Same punishment.
True that.
That's what we patiently wait.
True that. So as the brother was saying that, yeah, as we preach these words, we patiently wait for his punishment.
Got some. 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble.
So it's a righteous thing for the Lord to repay them that put us through hell, man. It's righteous that he's gonna have us bang his children against rocks, man. Because that's what they did. They fed our kids to crocodiles. They hung a woman from trees and opened their bellies. And that happened to all the tribes. And fed to dogs. You think that's not righteous enough to do the same thing to them?
And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angel.
So we rest in this. We rest in this, right? Because we're waiting for Yahweh Shai to show himself, right? We wait for that day for Yahweh Shai to show himself with his mighty angels that are going to destroy this kingdom.
I got one. Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoileth, and thou was not spoiled.
So you spoiled us, man. And you gave us everything, and you took away the right to make our own. Right? So we're still not able to have nothing. Anything that we have has to come from you. That's spoiled. You spoiled us, and now you slowly taking us and taking it away from us, because guess what? That's the way of you destroying our people, man.
Hey, somebody said, he spoiled us by giving us blankets with smallpox in it, ran down on us. You've been killing us for a very long time. You've been chasing us since 70 AD, all the way up to now. You tapped us over there in Africa.
Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah.
What is that? Plum Island.
Yeah.
Plum Island, they got secrets, man. They got stuff coming out of there, man, you won't believe. Right? What is that? The tick and there's so many things that you put in our people, man.
Yeah.
And you wait till there's a mass, a whole bunch of us to die before you come and bring a little bit of aid.
That's right. Woe to thee that spoileth and was not spoiled.
And you was given the sword to rule the world.
That's right.
You take. So you wasn't spoiled. You take by the sword. You kill.
You lust for blood.
Yeah. And dealeth treacherously, and they dealeth not treacherously with thee.
We asked you, man, to have peace. What do you call what they were doing a little while ago? They were protesting.
Yeah.
Protesting. What are we doing, man? We protest, and then you wait for us to go home, and you take us out of our home,
Yeah.
break our doors, beat us down, take our men. You know,
Put him in alligator Alcatraz. That's what that's called, right?
yeah.
That's right. And dealeth treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
And that on top of that, you make these laws that we need a lawyer to represent because we can't speak your language. There's so much garbage that you put in the laws,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
So we can't deal the same way with you.
Right. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahushai is the one that's gonna do that to you.
Right.
You're gonna the Lord is gonna change everything and have us spoil you the same way you spoiled us, man.
Dramatic. That's right.
And we patiently wait. This is part of the patience of the saints.
That's right.
that we spoke a few minutes ago.
That's right. That's right. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Again, going back to the patience of the saints, man.
That's right.
We're patiently waiting for Yahweh and Yahushai to give us this power that He promised us. Hope that we are of the elect. This is why we sacrifice ourselves so we can beat you down,
Right.
like promised.
Right.
Because we can't do nothing right now. You could do whatever it is you want to us right now, but the Lord is not giving you that power yet.
That's right. That's right. The next verse.
So everything has its time.
O Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee, but be thou thy arm every morning to our every morning. O Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Be thou thy arm, be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble.
Well, that's what I was speaking on.
Yeah, that's right.
That's back to what I was saying before. That we wait for Yahweh Shai because He's going to give us that power, right? Because He's going to we're going to be His arm to bash your children against those rocks, man.
And that was the point. We waiting here patiently. We dealing with this. That's what keeping us rooted, experiencing these things, and in hope that we the ones that make it out of here.
Man, we sick, man. We sick day in and out. All those chemicals you spraying in the air. You know those spiders die on constant spraying those. They get paid a lot of money to spray that garbage that we have to breathe, right? And then you turn around. Oh, you have to take this because it's because of this ailment or what is it? It's a new environment that came out. Meanwhile, you put it in and out. You put it out there yourself. And a good example is the ticks, right? The plum island ticks. And that guy who came up with that disease confessed that he was the one that came up with it.
Zephaniah 2:6. Ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord.
And we can't go nowhere, man, if it is.
Read that down. Read that down. I'll read it again. Ho, come forth, flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. Right, the land of the north is North America. Flee ye from the land of the north. It said, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord, when He scattered us
To the four corners of the
to
earth.
the four corners of the earth. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth
with the daughter of Babylon.
And we're living with Babylon here, right? And we,
Living in the daughter of
right,
Babylon.
right. Yeah, this is his land. This is his country. This is his domain.
This is the daughter of Babylon.
Right. This is the daughter because
Spiritual daughter.
right, the spiritual daughter because Babylon was back then, and this is the daughter of Babylon.
Because they have the same customs,
They do.
ways that they deal with, like ancient daughter of Babylon. It says that Israel lives in a land of, spiritual Babylon, aka America. So it said,
No, and the only way we're gonna remove ourselves from it is spiritually.
right, come back to the Lord.
Yeah, we can't get in those ships. We ain't gonna, it don't matter where you go in the world, man. It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's right.
I was telling my girl that the other day. You crazy?
Yeah. Okay.
Verse 8, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye.
So that's the promise the Lord said that He is going to come down and take care of Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Because why? He took us. He punished us. He put us through hell.
They said, touch it. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye. What does that mean?
So He killed us. He put us in slavery.
For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye.
So we're the apple of His eye. Of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and Edom touched us. He's the one that put us in captivity. So for white man,
Verse 9, for behold, I will shake my hand upon them. They shall be spoiled to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
and the Lord is using us, man, to tell you off, man. All right, this is what's happening right now. That's why you are not allowed to touch us until a due time. All right.
Kind of
This is James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. So like that judgment is part of those missiles and those chariots. They're gonna just burn everything up. All right, no mercy for you, man, for all the atrocities that you've done. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that has shown no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. And guess what? As I spoken before, that He's going to set us up in power and in righteousness. You know, that's also part of it, because when we're, after the destruction, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai is going to set everything in order, and all you nations are going to bow down to Yahweh Shai. It says, James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. Judgment without mercy on whom? Esau Edom. So-called white man. That's right. That has showed no mercy. And he never showed mercy upon us. He continued to show no mercy on us. You see what happening over there in California now? You see what was happening to those people that led over here as migrants, and how they taking them out? That has shown no mercy, and rejoice, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. And guess what? Mercy of Yahweh Shai, He gave it us. We rejoice that this is happening. We rejoice that this is happening because we know the outcome of it, man. That's right. Can't wait for that. I'm patiently waiting for it. That was the point.
Jeremiah 49, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk.
And guess what? It wasn't meant for us to drink this cup. But what? Because of our disobedience, we fell in it, man. We had to drink of it.
What's the cup?
The cup of the cup is this slavery, this madness that we're going through.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
So guess what? You think that all the things that you're doing, the Lord don't see what you do?
Right.
You're gonna pay for it, man. You're gonna drink too. You're gonna drink your own. You're gonna drink your own poison, man. You know how they
They're gonna drink the cup of what we've been through.
Right.
Captivity.
Every dragon.
Yeah, the dregs. Yeah. Right. Punishment.
all the things that you've done to us since day one, from the day of your forefather Esau, right? And you chased Jacob, right? From way back then till this day now. All right, all those things, and there's so many things that you've done to our people, man. Can't count them. Can't count them. There's stuff that you wrote that you have documents of that nobody knows that you have those documents.
Yep, verse 13. Jeremiah 49th chapter. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that
So Yahweh Shai.
So caps. Okay,
So Yahweh is going to send his son to take vengeance on Basra, right? Because he says that he's going to have vengeance on Basra.
Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse.
So Basra is the people, man, because wherever Esau Edom dwelled, he changed his name, and that's him, right? That's Esau Edom, so-called white man, right? And so this is spiritually Basra also, right? So the Lord is going to take vengeance on this place. How? He's setting it up. They have confessed themselves that when they were playing with their little missiles, the Lord sends these chariots to light up the panel and fire these missiles, and the missiles fired up and they disappear. So they have control of their CBMs. So when they're getting ready, the CBMs, the continental missiles, ICBMs, right? And so this is part of the Lord's vengeance. This is how the Lord is going to take vengeance. And not the other day, China said they have a missile that is called 61 because it has 60 CBMs and one ICBMs, right? It has 60 ICBMs and then one. Can you look that up? Oh,
What's the missile called?
let's see if I got it. Hold on a second. It's a CBM, ICBM, and then there's one of them that's
I've been Chinese missile 61.
yeah, the order.
I can see Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
And all these cities, they're talking about all his cities,
You want to bring it up?
everything.
Yeah. This is what the brother's going into. The Chinese missile DF-61, the Dongfang 61, is a recently developed intercontinental ballistic missile by China, which was publicly revealed for the first time during the 2025 Chinese Victory Parade in Beijing, September 3rd, 2025. It says the name Difang means east wind. Oh, check that out. Check that out. The Lord talking about He gonna let go of the four winds of the earth.
That's in the east.
Yep. It says type intercontinental ballistic, meaning goes from nation to nation. Developer, People's Republic of China, public. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't really say much about what.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
That missile holds 60 small CBMs, right? That's what ICBMs. And then there's one, I forget the name of the one that is a neutron, I think it is. Anyway, he said we can take one shot from America, but don't expect that we'll take the second one. So what that telling you? That the minute that they shoot that first one, they're gonna get ready to shoot theirs. And one of those alone is gonna destroy America. So just imagine a few of those. Because the Lord says it's thousands of missiles, right? It's gonna hit America. So yeah, Basra aka America, also known as Babylon the Great, right? It's gone, man. It's gone. No matter.
Jeremiah 49:14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and the ambassadors sent unto the heathen, saying, gather yourselves together and come against her, and rise up against her in battle.
And this is what we're talking about right now. It's about these missiles. These people getting ready to gather up these missiles to destroy Babylon. America.
I jumped to 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wow, you know, shit. Yeah, they're gonna be like, what happened? What happened to this place? It's gone. It's wiped out. It's burning. It's the old, like Apostle Paul says. This is the ultimate sacrifice. This is a lot. The not a sacrifice. The pillar. What is it? The altar. The altar. The sacrifice. The Lord's sacrifice. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I looked up hiss. Hiss means it means pretty much like to make a sound. Like make a sharp sibilant sound, as in the letter S. So almost like shit. Damn. Yeah, hiss at it like, oh man, like, because the destruction is gonna be so terrible. It's gonna like, damn.
It's like you can feel it.
Yeah, like you can feel like that's terrible. Like how it went out. And it says, verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell there. Yeah, Jeremiah 49:18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it.
So ain't nobody gonna be living here no more, man. Ain't nobody gonna be living here no more. Don't think that you're gonna escape the destruction. And even if you fly somewhere else, guess what? The Lord is gonna prepare you for slavery. You have to pay dues, man. You've taken his children. And all of you had a chance in our slavery.
So Jeremiah.
It says it's called that because of the whole 16 nuclear.
Talk louder.
It said it's called that because it holds 60 nuclear warheads and 1 hydrogen bomb. And it said it could travel Mach 55, which is 42,199 miles an hour.
There it is. Yeah, so guess what? Like that, like that's
Bro,
it.
it's a blink of an eye.
Yeah, no more America.
Tell me how far is China from the U.S.? I think it's like 20,000. 20-some odd thousand.
And let me remind you, he said, you fire one, don't wait for the second one. We're gonna fire the second one.
6,900 miles.
Yeah,
11,000
so
kilometers.
they ready.
Yes.
They ready. You worrying about Putin, and China is closer to us than Putin.
Revelation 18, verse 10. I'll start at 9. Revelation 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who had committed fornication and lived deliciously with her.
So guess what? So like you know, all these businesses, you know, the trades and going and coming, all these ships that they have with business with America.
And live deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
So when this thing goes off, going back to what the brother said before, with the S, because they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, they're gonna be sorry at the same time. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be crazy. They don't know. They ain't gonna be no more business. Yeah. Right. Yep.
I mean, you could reach America in about 12 minutes.
Wow. Yeah. You ain't got time to wipe.
Check that shit out.
Verse 10, 18, Revelation 18 and 10. Stinging afar off for the fear of her atonement, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, a mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
So the other people who are going to be surviving on the other side, they're going to be,
The other nations.
yeah, they're the nations. They're going to be over there wondering like, yo, what are we going to do now? Don't worry.
In 1 hour that judgment come. It's coming.
Yeah, in 1 hour, this whole place is going to be wiped out. So in 1 hour, you might hear of war that they started. In 1 hour, in that minutes, you're going to see just...
From the time of the nuclear missile detonate, shot off, that nation took 1 hour to destroy Babylon. It's only going to take 1 hour for America to be destroyed.
That's a quick deliverance, man.
Yeah, it's going to happen so fast. It's going to happen faster than a Netflix movie. 1 hour. 1 hour. And like it said that nuclear missile can come over here from China to America in 12 minutes.
Right.
So the totality of America, of course, place is going to be hit before an hour is finished. It's going to be hit within 15, 10 minutes. But in an hour, total destruction of America is going to be complete.
I wanted to include the missiles, the chariots and whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of destruction.
Got it.
About 12 to 15 minutes. Yes, about 12 minutes. That's it again.
So it's going to be a fast destruction.
And we're going to be happy that we've been doing this, man. We're going to be happy because we can see it coming. We know it was coming. We can see it coming. And we know the outcome. This is why we sacrifice our lives day in and day out for Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Revelation 18:17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster in all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?
So yeah, go ahead, brother.
And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate.
Oh, no more business. Your Bitcoin, your dollars, all of that gone. No more trade, World Trade Center, no more of that.
Yeah,
Everything gone.
There's no more making money off of America. All majority of our products made in America is produced somewhere else. Even Apple, they might have a logo made in America, produced in China. Assembled in China. So all the nations, whether you get wine, you know, because a lot of the wine comes from France, champagne. Champagne comes from what? Champagne from Spain? Italy?
And
But there's foreign cars come from other countries. You know, who the hell drives Ford? No offense to that brothers that drive Ford. You know, most of the cars people drive are foreign cars. Toyota, Audi, BMW, Hondas, Hyundais, Benzes, you know what I'm saying? So all that money that these nations are making off of the trade with America is going to be destroyed in our way.
yeah. So yeah, man. No matter how you look at it, this place is gone. So you know, if you got time to enjoy yourself, do it, man. Because guess what? You ain't gonna have no money. Pretty soon they're gonna take that money from you. Besides,
Your brother used to say, man, if you got 401k, cash that out.
Cash that out. Max
Cash
out your
that
credit
out, man.
cards.
Max out your credit card.
All that
You gotta-
good shit.
You got a spending limit of $100,000. You might as
Spend
well
that
max
shit.
it out.
Hey, that's for Esau.
Yeah, that's for Esau.
Jake, don't
You
get
can't-
yourself in no more debt.
Yeah, you can't live in this thing and be a two-time loser.
Yeah.
You gotta bring that back out. Two-time losers. You know? We ain't say that in a while.
Right.
You losing on this side, you going through homelessness. Cause it be messing me up when you see these Edomites out here begging with a sign.
Bro,
Like, damn, you a two-time loser.
if you an Edomite, you know, and you out there doing a 9 to 5 with me, and you calling me a nigga. I think you might want to look in the mirror, buddy. You might be the nigga too.
You saw in child support,
You know what I'm
having
saying?
relationship problems.
Your own kingdom, bro. You paying child support.
9.81 minutes it'll take.
9.81
I thought it
minutes.
was 12. I thought it was 10. 9.81 minutes. I thought it was like 12 to 15. 9.1 minutes.
Damn.
When you go to, I was basically rounding it off. When you go to the exact 42,199 miles an hour. And China is 6,900 miles away. So if you go by the exact time, you put miles over time, it's 9.81 minutes. Basically 10 minutes. Crazy.
And you need more time than that to get ready in the morning.
Can't
Yeah, you can't wake up, brush your teeth, send a prayer off.
the bus
That's
don't
10
even-
minutes right there.
Where you going, bro?
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
Man, it takes like 3 minutes to make coffee.
Yeah, I mean,
3 minutes to drink it. Huh? You ain't gonna make no coffee?
you start your car, man, that take a little minute. You gotta
Yeah,
sit
you gotta
there, let it
warm your car
up
up and shit in the
Yeah,
winter.
warm it up. You can't do nothing in 9 minutes.
Hell no, bro.
So yeah, no, like I was saying, you know, you might as well, even that money that you have in the bank is not yours, man. Nothing is yours. Nothing. The phone, everything that we carry, even the clothes, is not ours, man. You see how they took those kids out from the building, right? Naked. And what they said, we don't care about these kids. We don't care about nobody. And what is it? California? Was it Chicago? Chicago. When they pull out with these rentals, the FBI, police, and ICE were looking for 6 people, and they took 24, and they don't know nothing about them. They don't know nothing what happened to those people.
Scripture real quick. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as the thief in the night.
You don't know when he's coming. We know what we should be looking for. We understand the things that he said to be, you know, as watchers. Right, the signs, right? But the exact time and day, we don't know that, man. You don't know that. So this is why we what's the word I'm looking for? We measure the time, but we also what's the word I'm looking for? Our salvation, all right, yeah.
Verse 3. Well, day of the night, meaning thief in the night, he's going to come with an element of surprise. But people are not aware of his coming. Also, this destruction, that whole nuclear missile scenario, is going to come when people least suspect it. It's going to happen so fast, like that old brother said, within 10 minutes. 10 minutes, the first minute, you're going to have the notification on your device, whether you're watching TV or you're on your phone or iPad, you're going to get the warning. What is it called?
The broadcast.
Yeah, broadcast service.
But then it's gonna be too late. By the time you get that
1 Thessalonians 5.
by the time you get that signal on your phone to let you know that go into a bunker or go into hiding, it's gonna be too late.
Okay, the mission's coming.
Yeah.
You said 1 Thessalonians 5 and 8, right?
Yeah.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2, he was reading. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So we know the Lord is coming in that manner because he says he's going to come in that manner. And we wait patiently. I can't even get the word out, but we with fear and trembling, we
meditate on the prophecies. We link up the current events with the end time prophecies to know the time period we're living in. Because when you read in the scriptures, it says what? No man on earth, not even the angels, they don't know when Yahweh Shai is going to come back. The exact month, date, time, all right? But only the Most High knows that. So that's the clues, the end time prophecies. It says, verse 3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety.
what does Trump keep saying? peace and safety. We're gonna make America great again, right?
There's sudden destruction.
What is going on in Ukraine? Didn't these little heads just give missiles to Ukraine so they could continue bombing Russia? And what is that going to create? More war. So yeah, there's going to be a big conflict going on. Remember, I just told you about these missiles, the 61 missile that China has.
It says, cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And you're not going to escape because those chariots, Yahweh Shai has his chariots watching to make sure that those chariots don't miss their mark. So you ain't gonna, your little golden dome ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna break through that golden dome like nothing, like butter.
It says, verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
Because we're waiting, we're watching. We're watching. We preach to you 100% truth.
It says, ye are all children of the light and children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
And mainly the elect. Mainly the elect of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai.
That's what it's talking about. Straight up.
Right.
We're the only ones that's in the light, not in darkness. The rest, 2/3, they in darkness. And it's definitely going back to their visions. We're the only ones who are children of the light, walking in the light. The light of the knowledge of the Lord, Yahweh Bashin Yahushai.
It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And necessarily, we'll have a little drink without food. We don't get drunk. This is not being, you're not being diligent with the Lord.
Say that again? Yeah.
1 Thessalonians 5:6, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
And those 2/3 are the ones that are sleeping.
And that word sober means be clear-minded. It don't literally mean like you can't get drunk. You can. You can get drunk. That's how it's scripture. It's best if you do that obviously in your house. But when it says be sober means be clear-minded. A person is drunk, their mind is clear. So it's best if we be clear-minded. In other words, our mind is focused on His truth. So with that, hold it up.
All right, so we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kadosh. Double honors to the apostles of Greatmillstone. Shalom.
So